Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
2-2 pitch. This one is turned on to left field again. And this one's out of here. A line shot for Will Jeske. Didn't get it in the second inning. And if at first you don't succeed, there you go. An absolute laser to the left field berm. And it's now 9-4. Huskers trying to climb back into this thing.
Maupin gives back to Nisley. Catch and shoot three deep left corner. You betcha! A Central Valley egg three from Logan Nisley.
Red Autry in the orange, hoping to spring an upset. They were in it the first half for most of it. Fed in by Amenia. They'll be headed for the line, and a three-point play is 10 points.
It's going to be one hell of a finish.
And still some great out-of-conference games like Duke and Michigan next Saturday swished in. Caden Boozer with the pass. They just continue that on.
Calvin Sampson talked about no live ball turnovers. Momcilovic. Jefferson. And
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. What's up, DB?
How we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It is what it is.
Can I ask, what were your friends on ESPN radio talking about this morning?
Oh, I'm over it?
Yeah.
Oh, they were
before the aliens. We'll get the aliens in a second, but before the aliens.
I mean, that was pretty much it.
Okay.
That and what was right before that?
Because there was a headline. I can't remember what it was, but I thought it was interesting.
Fudge, I can't remember. But yeah, that's what I was sitting out listening to.
The aliens are real?
Yeah. Well, they were making reference to Obama's to his thoughts on aliens. And then how he kind of halfway walked it back, but then not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, you guys, I love as much foil as anybody, the durable heavy-duty kind.
Sure.
Although, do you know I still have some left from the industrial size that I used to get from Burrs?
Well, yeah, I would hope that would last you a while.
Yeah, but so my mom, this is a funny story. So I was at my mom's last week maybe, and she had bought all this extra stuff from when the family was home, but she couldn't use it. And she's like, hey, I bought a supersized roll of like summer sausage or something. She's like, can you take that? Just cut it in half and give it to the kids. I was like, okay. I don't know if I'll eat this, but because she's very particular about her fridge. And she has like real Reynolds wrap, heavy duty, 150-foot roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had been using the same foil for 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah.
So I didn't really know any different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's like,
will there be like big innovations in the foil game?
So the kind that I use from Matty that he gets in bulk that like restaurants would use, is nowhere near.
A little thinner.
Yeah. It's like paper to cardboard. I was like, holy smokes, I could wrap a dead body in this foil.
Of course, that's the first thing you thought of.
No. No. Yeah.
Maybe he's not like, I could wrap steaks in here. No, he's like, I could wrap a dead body in this.
Just saying.
It's
very sturdy.
Here's my question.
What?
Because, I mean, if we're going to do this, let's do this. What would be the benefit of wrapping a dead body in tinfoil?
I just was saying, like, it would be
sturdy enough?
Yeah. I was just trying to get my point across. Not literal.
Okay.
Plus, I'm debating over. I tentatively started a couple of shows. We'll see which one lasts.
What shows did we start today?
So I started Under the Salt Marsh.
Okay, never heard of it.
That's with a lady that was in Yellowstone, Beth.
Okay.
She is a former she's a former police chief that has now become a school teacher, traumatized over a missing persons case.
Okay.
Then there is Playing Gracie Darling.
Okay.
Gracie Darling is actually a person.
Still have not heard of that one either.
And they were like playing this like seance Ouija board game, and somebody disappeared. Do you not want to hear this?
No, I do.
And then
Seance, Ouija board, disappeared. Got it.
And then the other one is Castle Rock, which is.
You told me you were starting Castle Rock.
So I'm like only 10 minutes in because I got distracted with 2 others. So I'll settle in on one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Castle Rock looks right up your alley because I Googled the picture and it's just some lady holding an axe. So that seems like your vibe.
It's deeper than that. It's kind of like a water whodunit.
Rico says wrapping a body in tinfoil would be so loud.
Well, they can't hear, Rico.
No, but the people you're probably trying to hide the dead
body
from
if I'm wrapping a body, I'm probably fairly secluded. I'm just going to go ahead.
You think so?
Yeah, have you not seen Dexter?
No, I haven't. I'm not obsessed with serial killers.
Dexter's fantastic. Although, second season sucked.
What'd you like so much about Dexter?
He's very bright.
Okay.
Dexter was, and sometimes bad people do the right thing for the wrong reasons.
What was the right thing here?
Well, he was killing criminals.
Oh, okay. So you're pro murder.
These were bad people.
Still murder.
He only killed bad people.
Okay.
Like bad people.
I think we're still skipping over the murder part.
We just saved the taxpayers' dollars.
No, you don't, because now they're hunting for a serial killer.
Oh, they'll give up on that manpower. It's different.
Good Lord.
Just squint and tilt your head. You can see the.
This is where people get into trouble.
Why?
Because they're like, oh, well, I think this person's a bad person, so they deserve to die.
Well, it's not like vigilante is new.
No, it's also not like super positive.
No, it's not. Did you see the deal in Rhode Island at the hockey?
Yeah.
People what is going on? Yeah, Punisher. See, I'm a huge. Well, actually, Steven, I'm a huge Punisher guy. John Bernthal Punisher, not the cheesy one that looks like Sin City graphics. Shane, what's that called again? When movies look like that?
Noir. Noir.
Noir.
Yeah.
Noir.
No, I'm well aware.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When it looks like part real, part not.
Right. Yeah. But just like the word nor or whatever that is.
Okay. Noir.
Nor is like neither nor. Like it is neither.
Knock it off.
Nor.
I'm gonna need you.
Or
to
that's
stop it.
how people in Australia say no. Nor.
Shane, I didn't sleep worth a bleep last night. Do you know what was on in order? Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi.
That was on last night?
Yeah.
Nice.
Back to back to back.
You get to watch all 3 of them?
Yeah, it was on whatever was on right after Meg 2 and Godzilla vs. Kong New Empire.
Did you watch Meg 2?
Those?
No, I was watching Iowa State and.
Well, I didn't know when this marathon started.
Yeah, not early enough.
Okay.
Although I sat outside. I watched some television outside again.
Yeah, it was nice out.
Yeah, I'll be out there again today.
We cooked outside last night.
Who's we?
Well, Natasha cooked and I sat.
I was about to say, you didn't cook a goddamn thing.
I sat there and provided moral support.
What'd she cook? Certainly not beef.
No, some grilled chicken.
Oh, Sally.
It was pretty good.
Chicken sandwich. Does she season her food?
Yeah, she does like marinades and all sorts of stuff. She does.
Well, so what was the flavor?
It was good. I don't know what was in it.
Was it Italian? Was it
It was not
Mexican?
Italian.
Was it Cajun? Like you just don't like how do you not know?
It wasn't Italian, Mexican, or Cajun.
Don't you eat at places like V-Mert's?
Yeah, so
Well, why is it so bad?
my palate's very good. I just don't know how to describe what
Was it Indian?
No, I would be aware.
Okay, so we're running out of options.
I don't see. Okay, here's the problem. Not all seasonings have like a nation of origin.
So was it just salt, pepper, garlic?
No, I don't know what it was. It was good, but I don't know what the marinade was.
Frick, Robbie.
I don't know what the marinade was.
I want to know.
All right.
Because I want to know how special you are, that you can't tell what chicken tastes like.
She thought
It tastes like chicken.
she thought you were pretty special when you asked about the onions.
Listen. See, damn it. And I say nice things about her. That's fine. I'm sure she was probably like, who asks that?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
She said like any type of produce once it's cut needs to be refrigerated.
Natasha, and my Johnny Cochran. The TikTok.
I told her it was TikTok's fault. I did.
So
I did.
Like I sent some of those to you, so hopefully your algorithm gets flooded with
No,
those?
she watched them because she brought up and I go, hey, like just so you know, he was refrigerating them and then TikTok lied to him.
Yeah,
so
like
I came to your defense.
They said it quickly grow like the rice one traumatized.
Oh, it should. Rice is scary. Like trying to
Do you know how many people make fried rice out of day-old rice?
Yeah, a lot of people have unexplained diarrhea too.
So 24 hours is about the limit. Damn it, Natasha. I thought we were like tight.
All right. I asked her what the seasoning on the chicken was last night.
Yeah. If she says something like, would you know if it was like Italian? Like, that's what you got.
I think I would know Italian. I think I would know Mexican. But I don't know. There might have been like
there was like a hint of Asian.
It wasn't Asian. It was probably closest to maybe Mexican. Like, I don't know if there was like some adobo in there or something. I don't know. Like, I didn't taste it and was like, I'm in South Omaha.
Do you eat
like,
just for sustenance?
No, I like the flavor. I just don't bother myself with a lot of the, like, how it gets to that point. You know what I mean?
So you just stood and watched your wife cook over a flame?
Yeah, she was out there grilling the chicken, and I was hanging out with the dogs. And
yeah, I don't know about that.
It was a good time.
You let her drive too?
No, I drive everywhere. I don't like her driving. I don't like her driving.
Now
she knows. She knows.
In her defense, she may run into a thing or two, but you act like you drive like you're teaching goddamn driving school.
I just drive like I'm trying to get there in one piece.
Bro, you have 90-degree turns.
That's because the corners are 90 degrees. How would you like me to turn?
Roll into that thing.
You want me to end up in the other lane? No. Pass.
Oh, God. I would like to be a fly on the wall because I think she's tougher than you.
Oh, probably 100%. Yeah.
So,
well, it depends on what it is. It depends
she's
on
like
what it is.
turning and burning. And what are you doing? Do you have like your pleated shorts on with a glass of wine? Like,
no,
what are you doing?
It was right when I got home from work. She was out there already because we eat dinner kind of early sometimes. And so I saw her out there with the dogs as I'm pulling into the neighborhood. So I just went in the backyard and sat down and hung out with the dogs. Just hung out.
You're a dummy. How do you not know what flavor you ate though?
It was tasty. She put it on some cheesy grits. It was actually really good.
Oh, I wonder how she makes her cheesy grits.
I couldn't tell you.
This is crossover time.
There was grits and there was some cheese, and that's all I know.
So did she transform instant grits or were they bagged?
It came in
a cylinder.
In a cylinder. Thing? Yeah.
Okay.
It looked like the little oatmeal containers.
Butter, salt. Oh, she's team butter, so I know she gets.
Oh, yeah, there's butter and everything. You got to
half and half, heavy cream.
Not a clue.
Water, chicken broth. I've seen people do.
Oh, she did it with chicken broth.
Okay.
Because she had made some other chicken the other day, and she's like, "Oh, this broth is really tasty." But she's like, "It's probably not right for soup," so she put it in the grits.
Yeah, I cocked some Cornish Heinz, and I put the neck bones with the rest of my chicken bones in the freezer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make some stock one day. You know, buy some stock in me.
I think we're good on stock. Natasha's got that part covered. No, there's certain things she's definitely tougher than me in, but there's stuff I'm.
So she's just turning and burning. You're like, hey, how was your day?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm coming home to cook for you.
Well, she had just day off. President's Day, you know. Work for one of those big corporations, you get President's Day off.
I'm not even gonna tell you what happened in our house with dinner.
Well, yeah, because you were trying to make phone calls all over the place trying to figure out dinner.
Say nothing was prepared like that.
So it probably reminded me it was probably closer to like Mexican. If you
had to settle because you have limited taste buds.
No, because when I thought of Mexican, I'm thinking like all the other flavors. But if I think about the actual just chicken protein of a Mexican meal, it's probably pretty close to that.
Okay.
It kind of reminded me of, you go to like a Chipotle or a Qdoba and they got the grilled chicken on it. It was in that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's not what I think of when I'm thinking of like, for whatever reason, I don't think of that as like Mexican chicken, but I guess it is.
So cooking on the grill is okay for you. Would you let her mow? I mean, let's just go all the way caveman while we're at it.
I mean, I mostly mowed before, but I mean, we pay somebody now.
Yeah. After it got away from you that time. What was wrong with you again? Your eye was bad.
Yeah, I'm not allowed. Like when
and
the
you
eyes.
drew the welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, when the eyes are going.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah.
AK my yard.
She has a
It
couple.
looks like a bag of trash.
She has a couple times on occasion, but for the most part, it was either me or we pay the service.
Yeah. All right. Did you like my welcome to the jungle rendition?
It was pretty good. It's not bad.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
No, we got a church guy that does our yard now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. No, he's a good dude.
Okay, so timeout.
Yeah.
Like a pastor, or he just attends church? What is a church guy?
Oh, well, so he is a pastor, actually.
Oh, with a lawn side business.
Yeah. Him and his son do it.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't cut on Sundays.
He does sometimes after church.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was a day of rest.
Well, not really. They're at work. Some people think it's the only day they work. I know better than that.
Do you know that day is, I think, originally supposed to be Monday?
I thought it was Saturday. Saturday, I think, because
yeah,
it's the
one
7th.
to the left and one to the right.
It's the 7th day, right? So you like work for the 6th and then get the 7th off.
Oh, I forgot. You dabbled for a while before you turned your back.
More than dabbled.
You just all the way turn your back, huh?
No, I got like looked over my shoulder a little bit.
So was there a special bag of Cheez-Its today for the Reverend?
What do you mean?
Like, did you?
He wasn't out there.
Did you crunch one out for the Reverend?
He wasn't out there yesterday. Well,
you know, you pour one like Jesse
pour
Jackson.
cheese it out for the Reverend.
Eat or crunch one.
No, that's weird.
Crunch one for
He's
the
still
homies.
alive.
No, Jesse Jackson passed away.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the pastor that does my lawn. I was like, why would I pour one out for Brad?
Brad, I'm not prematurely trying to off you. I'm sure you're a fine mower.
Yeah, no, he does a good job. He like trims stuff up too. He does a real nice job.
Yeah, does he cut in like a cross shape? Like, what do we do?
I have no idea.
Crackers? You know, wafers, communion.
I don't know what at his church. I don't know what type of communion they do. I don't attend that particular church.
How did you meet him?
So he was one of my mom's friends from her little group of like pool workout ladies. He does her lawn and they go to that church, I guess. And so I asked for recommendations and they know everybody. That group. Yeah. There's like a dozen of them that are pretty close.
So what do they do? Does your mom like do water polo? Like, what do you mean?
Not polo, but like aerobics.
I don't mean like
like she doesn't play. She's not like treading water and beating people up.
That's not what I meant. I meant like synchronized swimming.
Not quite to that extent, but like she does the pool workouts, you know. Sometimes when you reach a certain age, it's a little easier on your body to stay active.
Yeah. When my ex-mother-in-law, I think, gets in the pool.
Yeah.
That's what Micah tells me.
Yeah, she does. But she got this group of friends out there, and so anytime I need a recommendation on something, they got somebody for it.
Yeah, they got a guy.
They got a guy for everything.
Marco.
They might play Marco Polo. They're not playing water polo.
I think Shane is an idiot.
I thought that was pretty funny.
He's the same guy that said Nor.
That was pretty funny, Shane. But I'm still gonna like. So I'll kill you when you go like Nor. But that was a good one, Shane.
Marco.
It was good the first time.
This idiocy is gonna be high today.
I don't even know.
It's gonna be high today.
I don't even know what you mean.
I just don't understand how you don't know what you ate.
I mean, I know what I ate. I guess it was more I don't know like what people consider Mexican chicken. Like I don't know where you.
I just was talking about like the taste, but like what did your palates tell you?
My palate.
Oh, this tastes like asada, or no, this tastes like
it probably
Greek.
tasted like adobo chicken.
Yeah,
that's probably the closest.
What was the hue, or what was the color?
Charred. No, I mean like it had like your grill marks on it, but like probably
did it have an orange hue?
More like yellowish, probably.
Yeah,
yellowish orange, maybe.
Huh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what she says because right now I just want to make fun of you.
I don't think she's responded to that. She's working, so.
Damn it.
Well, she got your breakfast out for people.
Any protein or like puff pastries?
Well, other people make the protein, but she does the pastries.
Yeah.
She's just pastry chef out there.
You think like she could learn me how to make like some protein bagels?
Probably. She's gotten really good with breads.
Yeah, there's this art to it, and you have to have some patience, and I have none of that
So-
unless you're a kid.
My guess is because she's been very good at developing like gluten-free recipes, and those are famously really tricky to get the consistency right.
Did I tell you I found gluten-free Red Lobster biscuit mix for my sausage bowls?
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah, I couldn't tell the difference.
The Cheddar Bay biscuits?
Yes,
No, those are fire. Those are
they
good.
have gluten-free.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So they're hard. Those typically gluten-free things are hard to get the consistency right. So I'm guessing she could help you out with the protein.
Do you know the only reason I went gluten-free?
Why is that?
Because with the other brands, sometimes they can get a little dense.
Mhm.
And so anytime I've had gluten-free anything, like the bun barely stays together. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
like they disintegrate.
I was like, oh shoot, this will be what I'm after.
Yeah, Austin, can you throw the results of that poll up there from yesterday?
What did AJ do now?
Do dudes like cookies? 94.8% say yes. 5.2% are Team DB.
No, see, I mean, I get it. Austin did exactly what you asked.
He did. He did exactly what I asked.
Put up a poll question. Do dudes like cookies?
That's because that's what you asked.
What I needed was context at sporting watch parties.
No, because I'll be honest. Yesterday, you were going pretty hard on the whole cookie situation. You were kind of broad stroking. Like it started with the watch parties, and then you're like, "What dude is eating cookies?" Like that's
At watch parties. I don't care what you do in your own home.
It seems
You
like
want to go get a bag of Keeblers? Then knock yourself out.
it seems like you do because you don't like that my wife is cooking on the grill for me.
I don't dislike it. I mean, good for you. I'm happy for you.
Headley says I did it all for the cookie. Big Limp Bizkit guy, apparently.
Headley strikes me as the type of dude that thinks like Huey Newton was like a Nabisco cookie.
Jose Bueno is the first guy I've seen
Say what?
say, no, I am with DB on the cookies.
No, cookies are. Listen, if you like cookies, go eat some flipping cookies. What I'm telling you is, if you're in a room of 10 dudes and you're supposed to bring something to a fight party or a football game, don't bring cookies.
I would love it if people brought cookies.
Like, what's so hard to understand about
I
that?
feel like people should bring cookies in that scenario.
Like, you spun the whole thing yesterday.
No,
You brought it. You introduced cupcakes. You introduced
cupcakes.
friggin'
You introduced ice cream.
bunt cakes.
I introduced
Somebody said ice cream.
brownies and ice cream. Yeah.
Dude, if Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson are fighting and you bring brownies and ice cream, I'm sending you home. You're going to the house.
It's all right. I'll go have my brownies and ice cream at home. Watch a fight.
Like, no.
Brownies and ice cream is doing too much because you got to put them together. Cookies is great, too.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I know you're a 2-liter guy.
No.
You're fibbing over the 2-liter thing.
You know I'm not.
So you've never been to a get-together and been, I'll bring the 2-liter.
If somebody asks me to bring drinks, I bring them in the 12 packs because that's a superior. We had this conversation.
Huh? That's because you get down. I'm bringing pork belly, but yeah, bring like.
That's the superior version of soda.
Shay, what are you bringing? Like empanadas?
I don't even know what that is.
Mark says, I bring cookies in those scenarios and I don't bring any home because they're all gone. Mark knows.
Mark is fibbing.
I don't think he is.
So, I don't know, man.
KP Cole is riding with me. He says if we're up to him, it'd just be a protein party.
Well, there's chips, there's dip, there's salsa.
Todd, let me tell you. Okay, he says he'd draw the line at ice cream sandwiches. I'm just gonna say, I was at a I think it was a Kentucky Derby party one time.
That's fine. It's different. They also like mint juleps. I don't want a drink that takes 26 minutes to make.
That's
so
fine.
You can have your ice cream sandwiches at the Kentucky Derby
Somebody-
with your fancy hat, your no-show socks, and your goddamn deck shoes.
Somebody
Knock yourself the frick out.
Somebody rolled up with ice cream sandwiches and everybody was thrilled.
Yeah. Just like be a regular, like bring pizza.
I feel like pizza is more cumbersome than like if somebody else is making food. If you're just rolling up with a pizza, that's kind of weird.
All right. It would be different. Like, let's say,
Like if I rolled up to your
for
birthday
some
party
in-
with a
for
pizza, that'd be
some
odd.
unintended situation.
Yeah.
You're like, DB, come on over. I want you to see Natasha's skills. I've invited a couple of the fellas.
Yeah.
And you invite Suave and friggin' Jimmy Neutron and
Okay.
and Shane and some of the fellas. And Natasha comes out and she says, "Hey, I made some puff pastries with, lemon doodle glaze."
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
It's her house. She made it. It's homemade.
Mm-hmm.
If I showed up with that, you're going to look at me sideways. If you say you're not, you're Tim Johnsoning.
No.
You're totally being a Tim Johnson. But you make me sound crazy because I'm trying to be practical.
First of all, let me just say,
the whole foil serial killer,
come
on, man.
There's a big difference between rolling up with like elaborate pastries and bringing like cookies or brownies. There's a big difference.
All right. Yeah, I'm out on lemon doodle. I just made that
up. I don't know what lemon doodle.
They are Neutron. So just do that.
Yeah, chips and queso is great. Nobody's getting mad about
what
chips
does
and queso.
everybody love to make that they claim theirs is the best, and it's all the same. Rotel dip. Oh, my Rotel is this. Yeah, it's a can of Rotel. It's freaking melted Velveeta, and I mean,
I will say
when you get real fancy, you put it on the smoker, and it's today.
I do have some real strict power rankings with queso at like places out, but for the most part, like people are bringing queso.
Yeah, because you're not a running queso guy, right?
Don't love a real running queso. Also, like there's some people who just aren't very good at it.
I think queso is tough because you don't want to end up feeling like you're scooping snow after like 4 minutes.
For sure. You can't be too thick because that's gross.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not in on that either. I don't even know what lemon doodle glazed pastries are.
I don't either.
I just know we talked to a dude yesterday that brought sugar cookies.
That's a great move.
Boxed sugar cookies.
Yeah, that's a great move.
It's fine.
Sugar cookies are great.
It's fine.
Big Shot Golf says cookies got to balance out the meats and hot sauces and salts. I agree.
So I have a question.
To me, it is about like balancing out the salty palate. I agree. That's a good move.
It's fine. I'm not. Listen, I know who I can have over and who I can't. Dixie, you would eat my shrimp pizza. Knock it off. Okay? Even the next day you'd eat it.
100% not. No.
Dude, I 3-fingered scooped some egg casserole out of a Tupperware container a couple weeks ago that was refrigerated, and it was sensational.
Oh, you got to refrigerate. I'm cool. You can do whatever you want.
It's 3-day-old eggs, though, and it was fire.
Was it in the fridge the whole time?
Yeah, for the most part.
I
cooked it Sunday morning. It was in by Sunday night.
That's a long time for eggs, man.
Golly, man.
That's a long time for eggs. Okay, so you get scared off of rice from one to...
I'm not scared. I just didn't know that rice grows in visible mold after 30 hours.
So you believe that rice will grow in visible mold, but if you can't see it on the shrimp that I'm talking about, you're just like, no, I'm cool?
Yeah, it was an organic chicken. It has superpowers.
Oh, my God. What are we even doing here? What are we talking about?
That's how I feel.
You see one AI TikTok video about rice, and you're like, "Oh, invisible."
It's not AI. Well, it is.
It 100% is AI.
But I did Google.
That's fine.
I validated the whole washing strawberries before.
Totally
putting
fine.
A little thing on bananas.
I'm proud of you for doing
the right. Like I Googled. I'm not. You're the AI guy.
No. Here's my question. So when people tell you these things about every other thing that you shouldn't eat after a certain time period, you don't do any Googling there? That's where you're losing me with the rice situation.
I mean, maybe I do.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's a situation.
Okay. It's fine.
I mean, it's... And I have a question.
Yeah.
What is it about our show that we have a Juan, a Jose, and another Juan? Are they messing with us? Because
no, I think we're just a place where everybody feels comfortable.
They realize this is February, though. It's not like...
Well, it's not like
May 5th.
It's not like exclusive. We're not like turning off the stream to anybody who's not black.
Oh, God.
You're the one that brought up February.
That's not what I was saying. What the frick is wrong with you?
Okay. You could understand my confusion here. You go like, okay, we got 3 guys with Hispanic names.
You don't even need a segue.
You're
like a ...
It's February. What are we doing here? I was like, well, we're not going to like shut out our Hispanic friends because it's Black History Month. What did you mean by it's February?
I'm black and I'm hoping.
Shut your face, Shane.
What did you mean by it's February?
I'm not. Listen, nope. No.
If I misread the room so badly.
Nope.
What about February would exclude our Hispanic friends?
I'm over it. No, you're not. I know it.
No, I'm
it's
serious.
Jerry
What?
Maguire, Cuba Gooding, Roy Firestone. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not going to do it.
No, I genuinely. What did you mean by February? I thought you were.
Well, I could see everybody feeling invited to the party if it was like a special occasion, but it just seems like we have a lot of folks showing up.
It's always a special occasion. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
I'm not even. No, see, that's all I got to say about that. It's fine.
You need them to wait till like Cinco de Mayo, or like what are we doing? There was this one time Cinco de Mayo fell on the Kentucky Derby, so we had a Derby de Mayo party. It was great. We had margaritas and mint juleps. It was a great day. It was a great day.
You think that's what they're rocking with? That's not the drink. Margaritas wouldn't be the drink of choice, would it?
That's what white people do when they're celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, but you also think soft shells have sour cream in them. It doesn't make it a real Mexican thing.
I don't think anybody's under the impression that Taco Bell is authentic Mexican food. Like, I don't roll up to Taco Bell and I'm like, authentic Mexican.
Do you get the point of what I was trying to say?
Yeah.
Well, you got to understand, though.
God, I can't stand you.
Yeah, Lee understands. He says the show is multicultural. Exactly.
Lee's nuts, too, though.
Exactly. Multicultural show.
It's fine. No, TK, I'm not going to use the word traumatized. I don't like him. He's out, too.
Jose Bueno doesn't celebrate the 5th of May. All right. Whatever day, month, whatever, we can celebrate all together.
Jose, why not?
Well, if you're not from Mexico, the Mexican Independence Day probably doesn't mean as much to you.
Oh, kind of like why you don't recognize Juneteenth?
I mean, I recognize it, but I imagine it means more to people of a different cultural background.
I understand. Hey, Wyatt, I did know it was Lunar Day. I saw a commercial. And it was this little girl who resembled Wyatt, and she said, "I miss my dad." And she wrote a note that says, "I wish my dad was here."
Mm-hmm.
And she somehow inflated a lantern that could lift her, and she got carried away.
Yeah.
And her dad, this is weird, happened to be working in this big office building. Looked like a pretty good job. And he saw her, and he opened the window, and he grabbed her by the leg, and they hugged each other, and they said, "Hey, happy Lunar Year."
All right.
Yeah. I felt like it was very specific, but I get it with Lunar Year. I had to do some investigating before I said, ooh, that seems a little culturally biased, given the holiday.
I misspoke.
Of course you did.
Jose Bueno corrected me. September 16th is Independence Day in Mexico. This was just a battle over the French that they won. So it'd be like celebrating.
Dude, everybody beats the French
He's just
when they're not giving in.
Celebrating like Yorktown or something. It's like, it's not really the revolution.
French need a little more resolve.
Yeah, I mean, they got in a lot of fights that they didn't end up on the right side of.
Did I tell you one of the things I wanted to fight Coach Quinn about?
What's that?
That he tried to tell me that the Treaty of Versailles was the most important historical event in history.
He said that it was?
Yes. He said everything that's happened you can connect to the Treaty of Versailles.
What was your argument?
That is.
Did you have an alternative, or you just say no? That wasn't.
Well, there's a few hundred years that preceded that, and a few hundred years that.
I didn't know if you had a specific year.
But he's also the guy that tried to convince me that dinosaurs helped build the pyramids.
Context is important in that argument.
You need to get Queen on the phone.
No, I mean, knowing that he also believes that dinosaurs helped build the pyramids is important when giving the other argument about the Treaty of Versailles. Because it's there's a credibility issue there now.
It's fine. I'm just telling you. Me. I don't. I know what happened this morning.
Yeah.
You low key commandeered Suave.
What'd I do?
You got Action Jackson in your hip pocket. You've manipulated the chat. And it's fine. You guys, it's cool. So coming up, March Madness, opening day on that Thursday.
Yeah.
And we have a watch party. Everybody bring a dessert. And you guys will sit around and look at each other and be like, okay, what happened?
Well, it'll be great because we'll have all the meats here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill.
You played 2 dumb drops, and I was kind of getting hammered in them. I wasn't like you played a dumb Marco Polo thing.
What a rush.
It's fine.
Did we lose audio?
Shane, did you trip over the cable again? We have no audio.
The stream says we don't have any audio.
Oh, it's back.
There we go. Somebody did something.
Joe Good. What happened? I don't know. Nonsense.
So here's my question, DB.
No. Oh, my God. Why are you trying to do this to me?
I'm not. No, I'm trying to.
Flaky Jake, what's up, buddy? DB, are you going to be all right? Do you need to go air fry some meat for breakfast? No. I don't air fry any breakfast meat, to be honest.
You don't at all?
I cook bacon in the oven, and I do my sausage in the skillet, and I don't eat a ton of ham. The bacon.
Not a big ham guy?
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
just, it's fine.
Ham over Spam?
I don't like warm ham.
Oh, you like cold cut?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I like ham. Ham's good.
What's the question? How are you going to embarrass me now?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to get an answer out of Natasha about the seasoning. But she just informed me that Jesse Jackson died as well, so
Hey, shout out her.
good looking out.
So that was the rib that I asked if you.
She's got your back.
If you cracked a cheese it too.
Yeah, no, that's why.
No, because Ravi implied that she called me stupid over the onion question.
No, she was a little concerned over
My aptitude?
no, over some of the because she knows about some of the food storage practices, so she was a little
No. She knows what you tell her.
that I have accurately verbatim said back to her. See, this is the thing that you like to do is you say the thing and then I repeat it back to you word for word, and you're like, well, you make it sound like, and I
Yeah,
was like,
you leave out a lot.
no, I don't. Did you or did you not leave out shrimp pizza for over 24 hours?
Yeah, it was 30.
Okay.
But it was still good.
Nope, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Tastes good and is good, not the same.
He said the French have been respectable since Napoleon. Shut up, TK. He's not my friend either. Hergy,
No,
air
he
fried
said-
bacon?
He said they haven't been a respectable fighting force since
No, I know.
Napoleon. So he was on your team. He was agreeing with
kinda.
you. He was agreeing with you
For
about the
what?
French.
No, this is what TK does. He lays a few bird crumbs, and then I come eat, and then he doesn't feed me anymore. No, that's all that is. He'll be hammering me over text later on today over something.
Well, probably.
100% true. Air fried bacon. All right. Before we get to some sort of, because there were a few big things that happened.
Couple.
What are we doing with air fried bacon? What kind of air fryer do you have? And does it need, it obviously needs a cover.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like air fried bacon would be messy.
It seems like it with all the grease.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty aggressive.
I bet it's easy though once he gets the time down.
So that is one thing.
I bet air fry. What's he do? Like,
is that
400?
Do you think it would be better than like in the oven though?
I don't know. The oven, I can keep it flat and straight.
That's what I mean. Like I feel like, especially if you're making any kind of quantity,
Yeah.
like the oven's the way to go with bacon.
I put a Cornish hen in the air fryer,
It's
but
a
I
little-
grilled one
little guy.
just to see which one was better.
Yeah. Which one was better?
I didn't eat either one.
So which one?
I had steak.
So how did your test go?
I don't know. It's inconclusive.
Shut up, man. I know what I said. That's fine. I know what I said.
Okay.
I they weren't for me.
But did anybody give you like a response on which they thought was better?
No.
Because nobody wanted to eat the grilled one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Zoe,
a
like,
bummer.
That's fine. I'm not. This is not a good stretch. This is This is not a good stretch.
I'm just asking questions.
I never recovered from you not knowing what you tasted. Like I'm still shook.
You know what I hear when you're doing that? You know, there's a thing that you tell me sometimes. You're like, Ravi, it's BCD, no blaming, no complaining, no deflect. That sounds like you're deflecting.
No, I'm admitting that I'm shook.
Okay.
I own it.
TK, I don't know what that means. Is that literal?
What do you say now?
He says you can shoot more birds if you spread bird seed.
Oh.
Is that literal? Why are we
No,
shooting?
he's talking about laying bird crumbs for me so he can whack me.
Okay.
See that? I told you.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't even wait till this afternoon. He got his pot shot off early. All right, what is it, BG?
says, I'm starting to realize a lot of the dichotomy between Ravi and DB is just Ravi setting up DB for a hot take, then the chat killing DB for it.
That's about right. I have conviction, BG. That's what it is.
You know what's,
Wait a minute. Is his dog wearing glasses?
You know what's I believe so, yeah. The funniest part about that.
Why is this dog wearing glasses?
Is of the sports takes, I feel like I have way hotter takes than you.
Yeah, I don't.
Yours are like
I'm
life.
just talking about life.
Yours are life hot takes.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's good.
It's fine.
It's good.
I did realize that I was the only one on the maybe like in the first world country that had never heard of Duke Cannon soap though.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
I hadn't heard of it until recently.
Apparently I'm pretty stupid.
Oh, okay. So I've got a whole recipe here for you on what she made.
All right.
All right. You ready? And then we'll take a break.
Save it, TK. Jerk. You haven't even set the lineup yet.
It's fine. We'll get to it.
It's fine.
We've got Vince Wolfram at 8 o'clock. We're going to talk some college basketball.
Yep.
And then at 9 o'clock, we got.
I'm tripping. What'd I do?
I don't even know. And then at 9 o'clock, we've got Kyle Crooks to talk a little Husker everything, especially baseball.
And the staff's all in town now. Everybody's back.
Yeah?
Players met Coach Yelk. Yeah, everybody's back.
The boys are back in town?
Yep, we're rolling.
All right, so here's the marinade.
I want to know what I did.
I don't know what he did. I don't know what
Is
he says.
Ephraim like refrain from saying my hot life takes?
I think it's Ephraim. I think it's his name.
Yeah, like I played with an Ephraim.
That's my guess, although I thought Ephraim had 2 F's in it, but I don't know.
So the Ephraim that I know is EPH.
Oh.
RAIM.
Yeah, so this one is EFRAIM. So I'm assuming that's his name. You can read? Well, you don't have your glasses on. How am I supposed to know?
What's that?
How often are you like, what's the chat saying?
Let me say it.
That's all right. Ephraim just called me Robbie, so we're cool.
That's fun.
You got one back there. It's fine. It's
God,
fine.
my ankles are ashy.
Do you want to know the seasonings on the chicken?
Yes, please.
All right. So the marinade was 1 pack of Grill Mates mesquite.
Okay.
1 tablespoon each of garlic powder, onion powder, and Tony Citrus seasoning.
Satchery?
Sure.
Why didn't you just say Kacheri? See, you are a whole language guy. Do you not do phonics?
Hooked on phonics work for me.
Tony Satchery, which gives
Well,
me
it is not spelled. Maybe it's CTRIS. That's not satchery.
CTR citrus.
Citrus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, chili powder, dried chipotle powder.
That's where
that was the adobo.
That's where you're getting the adobo.
Okay. And then 2 tablespoons each of barbecue sauce, pepperoncini sauce, and Noel's chicken powder.
Oh, she had pepper. You guys have pepperoncinis just lying around the house?
Apparently, I don't know.
There's baby little.
Yeah, no, I know what they are. I don't know that. I didn't know she had them just around, but apparently.
Pepperoncini?
And then mix with enough water to dissolve.
That was probably.
Oh, it is. Was it Chetcheries? She autocorrected and she caught it later. Okay. The one I read made sense that I said it Cetrus.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not even going to kill you for that.
Chetcheries? How do you say it?
Now I'm confused.
Okay. It's fine. I don't know how to say it anyway. But yeah, so that's where I was getting the adobo a little bit. But you can see there was a lot of flavors in there, so it wasn't like straightforward like Italian.
Yeah, but there are a few dominant ones.
Yeah, the Chipotle is the one I think I was getting the most of.
Chipotle for the win.
So I almost wanted to say like a Chipotle barbecue, but that didn't sound right. But that's probably what it was because I had the barbecue sauce and the Chipotle powder.
Listen,
what did Juan say?
So when Juan was my boy, he was bringing asada and tequila. 3 months later, he's bringing soup. Why, Juan? What kind of soup, Juan?
Oh, apparently the PH is the biblical spelling of Ephraim.
Oh, are we getting smarter?
That's what Ephraim's telling me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could see that. It is biblical. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I could see
I forgot Ephraim was a biblical name.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them in there that you don't realize are biblical names.
Soup. What? Juan, why are you bringing? Why would you bring?
I only eat like 4 soups.
He says 1 ingredient soup, tequila. I was like, you can buy that kind of soup?
Not hot.
Well, no.
I mean, room temperature is pushing it.
Well, you got You know, they make some cold soup.
He could bring clam chowder.
I can't remember the name. What's the
He could bring lobster bisque.
Gazpacho? That's the cold soup, right? I don't like it, but that's the cold.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying cold soup exists, so you could do cold tequila soup.
I think gazpacho is a similar reason why we like our meat well done. Gazpacho was originally like it was cheap and cost effective, and it was good with where you were at.
Okay, like climate wise.
Yeah, once you grow up and start gaining, being gainfully employed, you've earned the right to develop your palate.
I thought gazpacho was a Hispanic thing. Is that not true?
Well, culturally, I'm not sure. I watched a guy get beat on Bobby Flay, and Bobby Flay didn't even know how to make congee. So,
don't get Natasha started on Bobby Flay. She thinks he's a clown.
So he's not well liked,
and he's not very good at his job. Is apparently what a lot of people think. A lot of chefs do not think he's a good chef.
Yeah, that's fine.
And he's apparently
I like
tough hang.
So, do you know what I do? I take notes on how to cook in 45 minutes.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can listen. I'm the consomme. Eat the meat. Consomme? No. Do you say birria or burrito? Is it birria? It's birria.
I think birria.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't say it's consomme.
Like burria?
Oh my god.
No, it's Bereans. My bad. That's biblical too.
Freaking hate you.
Just like Ephraim. What? We're trying to do
What's that?
The Reverend died. We're trying to do some Bible lessons today.
So, Juan, you could bring me like some potato and bacon, some sort of cheese soup, clam chowder, lobster bisque.
I like a good clam chowder.
Me too.
Good lobster bisque is also very solid.
And maybe there's probably something else you could make up.
I don't know if you'd like this. I had a gnocchi soup the other day that was real good.
Did they still float?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd like soggy gnocchi.
It was really good. I think because of how dense gnocchi is, it doesn't absorb the liquid that much. It was pretty good. I was a fan.
Huh.
I do like gnocchi a lot though.
Unbelievable.
What?
I think you're stupid. All because you don't know flavors. And you've turned Juan against me.
No, we figured it out. We got some chipotle powder in there. We got it all figured out.
Yep.
You doing okay?
It's fine. I'm gonna reestablish my team.
Okay.
Get ready for the draft here in the summer, and I know who I'm rolling with.
Alex would like some pho for his soup.
No,
I'm not a big pho guy.
Not doing that. No.
Does ramen count as soup?
So, do you know my problem with pho?
What's that?
It's overpriced because it takes time. The ingredients aren't expensive. It's labor intensive because you have to let broth sit and all this other made up stuff. But I'm not paying $17 for soup and 3 grams of protein.
Yeah. No, I get you.
No, miss me with that.
Well, you have a hard.
Then you top it off with some garnish. This broth will sit for $16.
You have a hard time paying for paying a premium for anything that isn't protein, though. Fair?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean that makes sense. That would not be in your wheelhouse. Not a big pho guy. We had in the chat somebody said they're a big grilled cheese and tomato soup guy. Well, yeah, you can say that out loud. It's fine.
I like grilled cheese though. I wouldn't get it though.
When I was a kid, grilled cheese in the tomato soup was elite. That was a good.
Lee, but I'm so much fun to be around. I mean, I'm just like a regular bundle of joy.
I like a good ramen every once in a while. Like it's cold outside, you know.
Micah loves ramen.
Ramen's pretty solid.
I'm not. See, tomato soup is something I don't think you should pay for out.
Oh, I agree. I'm not paying for tomato soup out. That's like, hey, you dump the can and you're good. Or I think you add some stuff to it, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, there's
like an at-home.
There's lots of recipes. Like Channel 7's doing one now where you can help the food bank. So get that, where you could probably learn how to do a good tomato bisque.
Yeah, no, you do that at home. That's one of those things I'm not paying for out, probably.
He said no. I can't even say it because that's the one F. I don't say that word ever. I can't.
What, fuego?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I missed it.
Go back up to.
I missed it.
It's potty mouth. Todd.
Fantastic.
It's Todd.
Oh, of course it's Todd. Dude, where is Todd?
It's up a ways above Lee.
He says, so technically a bowl of cereal is cold soup. I've made that argument before. People don't like that. Oh.
Is milk considered a broth?
Well, I don't think so. I think that's the big difference. His milk is not considered a broth. But then what's the broth in tomato soup?
Heavy cream.
Well,
if it's bisque, maybe.
I guess then that's not that different than milk. I thought broth had to be like reduced from something.
Or translucent, maybe.
Maybe. And then that the cream or the milk wouldn't be. I guess I don't know what the technical definition of broth is. I always think of like.
You're married to somebody that would know. She's a regular Webster.
Well, you know, we'll see.
Mad at me over the onion take.
She wasn't mad at you. She was concerned. She was concerned for your health.
Wanted her help.
She's more.
Well, I'm not eating like room temp sliced onions. I don't even like onions. I just was talking about for storage sake.
Right.
So if you put water in your cereal instead of milk, would it be soup?
I don't know, but you'd definitely be poor.
I was gonna say, if my choices are water with cereal, I'm eating that stuff dry.
That's what Craig did on Friday.
Absolutely.
I'm not putting.
His mom said, "You better put some water on that."
I'm not putting
Craig
water.
was like, "Well, we ain't got no milk."
I'm not putting water on cereal. 100% no.
It's fine.
I don't care how poor I am. I'll choke on it. It's fine.
What kind of mood do you think I'll be in if Nebraska does not win at Iowa City tonight?
I have to
Do
imagine.
you know what I text my Playfly group chat?
What's
and
that?
This is women's basketball.
Mhm.
In typical DB fashion, I just said out of nowhere, why can't we hate Iowa as much as Iowa hates us?
It's true.
Like, why? Why is that so hard? Did you see them dancing on the sidelines yesterday morning?
Oh yeah.
Like it was a party broke out.
Yeah.
I was dry heaving.
The disdain that they have for us is.
It's amazing.
It's impressive. Honestly, it's impressive. And I don't know why we can't match it.
No, oatmeal sucks.
I think it's a superiority
except for the cookie.
Mm.
Oatmeal, the breakfast thing, is total trash.
It is if I'm going by like the grain, like hot cereal things, it's third for sure. After grits and cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat?
You never had cream of wheat?
Yeah.
Dude, cream of wheat's great. I love cream of wheat.
Shout out to EBT, but I'm not eating.
Oh, I love cream of wheat. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's good. I love cream of wheat. It's great.
Like, what's the nutritional value from just grabbing some? Oh, never mind. I get it.
I mean,
nutritional value, your dietary intake.
Yeah, because
do they even? Who's buying cream of wheat?
I think people over like 80.
Yeah, I was gonna say
old people,
like
yeah.
a certain group.
So
of
here's
people.
my question: what is the difference in your mind between the nutritional value of grits and cream of wheat?
Well, grits I can make very ungritty. Butter.
You don't think people put butter in cream of wheat?
Gouda, cheddar.
You know, anything you can put in grits, you can put in cream
we
of wheat.
used to have cream of wheat a lot when I was a kid. I think it was my dad. And is syrup does syrup go in cream of wheat?
You can. I did butter.
Somebody in my house eats syrup. So I'm just traumatized. Oatmeal is not greater than grits.
I did butter.
What the?
Cinnamon and sugar is what I did in my cream of wheat.
How? Why it's like nobody's perfect. He's like a 98%er.
Ooh, why? That's a bad take.
That's a horrible take.
Yeah. That's a bad take. Grits are definitely better than oatmeal. We can argue about cream of wheat, but grits are definitely better.
That probably didn't sound right, Big Shot. I'm sorry. Did I say? See, if you just let me talk, I'll say anything. That's what happens.
He said, "What's the chocolate version of cream of wheat?" I don't know.
There is one. It's is it? Don't they have flavored malto meal?
Oh, it's malto meal. You're right.
Yeah, it
That's
had the
what it's
brown
called.
bear on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, TK. God, if you had a neck, I'd like just to put my thumbs on your side.
So cream of wheat to me is like you get to use. It's if you want a sweeter. Because
I don't know. I gotta ask my mom.
Most people use savory ingredients with grits, which I'm fine with, because apparently if you use sweet ingredients with grits, people in the South will murder you. They get real mad. People in South get real mad if you do sweet grits.
Murder?
Oh yeah, they will.
Yeah, no sugar on the grits.
Yeah,
right?
like they get real mad.
No, I get it. I think normal people.
So cream of wheat is if I want a sweeter version, because I didn't know it was when I was younger. I didn't know there was such a uproar.
Juan, you would leave my house so fat and full. It's not even funny. Once I get my Twitter back, I'm just gonna start posting pictures of my tallow. I save my bacon grease, like my cuts of meat, my cheeses. Like I make my own cheeses. Like who's doing that? I use my own seasoning, flavor salt. I buy salts from around the country.
Josh says they'll murder you right after they say "bless your heart."
In the South?
Yeah, he's about right.
No self-respecting Southerner. How do you not know how to cook a grit?
Yeah, Juan, you can't DM DB right now on X. That's not a thing.
Suave.
Just so you know.
It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm just telling you, I can take it. I can hold my breath for a long time. I know, Kel Jam. I'm not trying to influence you. Just don't bring sugar cookies if I'm watching, Trinidad and De La Hoya.
So here's the thing. Everybody else's party, Kel Jam.
Yes, I do. I like a cheese.
You bring.
I could smoke my own cheese.
He makes his and do you say cheese or Cheez-Its? You make your own Cheez-Its.
I make my own Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
I cold smoke my smoked cheese.
Yeah, you smoke the cheese. You don't.
Cheese.
Yeah.
No,
I think that was the confusion.
Cheese.
That's a lot. Making cheese would be a whole thing.
He said I was not able to DM pre-hack. Juan, my DMs are open.
Yeah, I don't know, Juan. I don't.
Can you imagine our guest just listening to this first hour and be like, why are they having me on to talk college basketball? But we're getting ready to wow him with hoops talk.
Well, see, here's the thing, is if we didn't schedule guests, then the entire show would turn into this. So we got to, at some point, we got to schedule the guest to be like, hey, we're going to talk sports eventually, sooner or later. I was ready to go.
I don't appreciate that first hour.
What did I
tried to paint me in a corner.
I think you're the one that bought the paint and the brush.
He went full government with my toxic masculinity. I'm a man. I'm 51. I don't eat sugar cookies at my fight party. Grrr.
Don't even think about.
You know my testosterone levels.
Don't even think about bringing ice cream. He'll throw you right out.
You 300 level testosterone guys.
Everybody loves ice cream, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Overrated.
You know, Nick at Next Gen would like smash us some ice cream. You know he does.
Nick's a menace.
I know. I like him.
Yeah.
That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
You know, we beat Rutgers in a game on the road last week by double digits, and I walked in the locker room and everybody was staring at the floor. I told them, you got to have some joy through this process. And I actually, when we were in there, Rink walked in, I heard them all celebrating in there. I loved it. And I walked in and, just told them to enjoy this moment, get over it quickly, and our guys will. They've done it all year. So we'll bounce back with a couple good days, got a short prep, mental day tomorrow, and then we'll travel to Iowa City on Monday. And good thing is we get a later game to give our guys a little bit more of a chance to recover. We'll get a shoot-around opportunity in Carver on Tuesday morning. But they're playing great. They're playing really well. And, we have to get over this quickly. But, again, I'm confident our guys will do that.
Yeah, really proud of our team's just all-around effort from scouting, and same goes with our staff, from our scout to how we prepared to how we showed up this morning for our serve and pass. I think that this team was hungry for a win, and we know that we've been going through a little bit of a storm with all of our injuries, and we've kind of been, finding our rhythm with this new group, and I think that everything clicked in our favor tonight, but it clicked because they made a choice to do it. And so just really proud of them. It's so hard to win here. It's really hard to get a sweep. So really happy.
Yeah, I thought anytime you're on the road, it's really nice to get a good start. I thought we were really locked in, and we were taking some really smart, high percentage shots for us, and certainly Strimlow hit, I think, a 3 or 2 in that stretch. So that was great to see. Then, you always know when you're on the road again, typically you're not going to go unscathed, and there's no run. Certainly with the team that has the capabilities, it's so well coached as Nebraska, with the three-point shooters that they have. And, they have a nice inside game, and they stretch you because they can hit threes, 12 can. So not surprising. I didn't like it, but I loved how we answered. We kind of got back to some of our high percentage looks. And when we got a couple to fall, then our defense stayed really, really solid.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Step back 3 on the way. No! Oh! 2 seconds left. Inbound. Here's Parker. Out. No! Got it. No good. Chase win. And they are bombing. Nick Gray. Down goes that pirate ship to the bottom of the ocean.
Frager inbounds Jacobson, right sideline with it is Lawrence back in the game in the left corner. Frager again puts it up. Bang! Ringo. Frager's back. Sanford driving. Butenzel 3-ball. Got it! Bang! Birthday.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mayo Medical. We are joined now by Vince WOLFRAM. He covers college basketball for College Sports Company and the Field of 68. Vince, how are we doing this morning?
Doing fantastic, fellas. How about yourself?
Good, Vince. We just few camera issues, little technical glitches, but we're good, man. Let's let's just get right into it. Last night, you saw the good and bad of what Houston is. Like if you look at their offensive efficiency numbers, you'll say, oh, it's kind of a different Kelvin Sampson team this year. They're rated highly in offensive efficiency. But then you watch the games, man, it gets sticky with Uzang. Flemings dribbles a ton. When you watch what happened last night, was that more about ISU guarding or Houston's offense kind of revealing itself?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, right? Because Iowa State's defense has been impressive all year. And I think especially in these last couple of games, they had that little bit of a lull when conference play first started, which is weird because they've hit that in a couple of seasons in a row now where they've lost a couple of games in that conference play stretch. But of late, their defense has been fantastic. They shut down Kansas just 3 days ago, and then they welcome Houston, who is a high-powered offense. Their offense seems easier because they've got basically 2 point guards on the floor in Kingston Flemings and Milos Uzan, which allows them to get looser. And I think Iowa State's defense did a good job of trapping basically every ball screen, trapping it when it went into the post, all those sorts of things.
I couldn't figure out why they kept throwing
off Houston. Yeah.
Like, why do you keep throwing the ball there? That's where the double's coming.
No, and I think, too, it's a little bit of a mix of what Houston is because the way their roster's built is built on you have veterans that have experienced Final Four stages and have experienced Big 12 play, but then you also have freshmen like Senak and Flemings that they're freshmen and they're still learning the pace and how this Big 12 game goes. And I think you saw a little bit of that down the stretch last night.
Vince, as you kind of look at Houston and, if you're not paying as much attention this year, you look at it and you assume it's kind of the same as the Kelvin Sampson team. But as you mentioned, they kind of have that dual point guard system with Uzan and Flemings. But still, in the last 7 minutes last night, after they get a 10-point lead, they're only able to manage 4 points the rest of the way out, which is kind of most people's nightmare scenario with picking a Houston is, what if they run into these scoring droughts? How much of a concern is that for you based on what we saw last night, and how much you just say, hey, they ran into a really tough Iowa State team in a really tough environment?
Yeah, I think it's more the latter of those two things because if you look up and down the roster, it's weapon after weapon after weapon for this Houston team. That's how I see it. Kingston Flemings is a guy that has more pop than I've seen in a freshman point guard in a long time. He's got an extra gear
on the floor, right? He's
got an extra gear that he can really tap into. Last night he was getting to that mid-range, had a couple of threes early, and as the game went on, obviously they did a better job pressuring him and getting him to try to move off the ball, but Uzan can go. Emmanuel Sharpe, especially as that upperclassman. I mean, he hit a couple last night where I said, why are you pulling that? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
he was able to knock it down.
Yes.
So I think it was more just a stifling Iowa State defense, frankly. I think they played a really, really great game, and they got another great win added to their resume.
And Vince, don't let us fool you. We spent the last, month? We talked to a lot of our basketball hoops heads nationally, and we'd go 15, 16, 17 minutes and not even bring up Iowa State.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would say, how have we gone this long and not brought up Iowa State, right? So kind of shame on us. TJ's got that thing rolling, and it may not always look aesthetically pleasing, but if there's ever a team that knows how they need to play and who they are, it's the Cyclones.
Yeah, that's the truth. And I think they're in a similar conversation to the Texas Techs of the world. We're used to talking about the big names, the historic programs in college basketball. But when a team like Iowa State or a team like Texas Tech that maybe is in a smaller market is when they get good like this, we tend to like you mentioned, kind of talk over them, which shouldn't be the case because this team is playing amongst the best in the entire nation. But yeah, you're totally spot on. TJ has really worked up this Iowa State team. I think they're playing some of their best basketball right now, and they're deep. So having the depth and guys that can come in and make plays, you saw that down the stretch last night with Heisey, with Jamarion Bateman stepping up and making big shots. So the depth of that team is scary, and they're rolling right now. That's the truth.
I couldn't believe they let Buchanan get loose. I was like, oh, this is going to be a long night, right? I get it. He's not making free throws, but you keep fouling him. You let the little slip go where he just gets the freebie to the rim. And it's funny too, because we were just, and we'll get to them now because they've got Iowa tonight on the road, but we were just lamenting about, Nebraska the other night and their inability to rebound the basketball and to allow Purdue all the offensive rebounds. And you saw it in Ames last night, where long rebounds, the ability to rebound the ball, extends possessions. When you look at this Nebraska basketball team, that's typically where they get in trouble, right? One of two areas. They don't get enough easy shots, and they have to control the opponent's offensive glass. Do you like this team built for the long haul as they go to Iowa City tonight?
Yeah, I think in terms of the depth of experience, obviously there's a lot of upperclassmen that make this team strong. And I think I do trust them, not only because I think their head coach in Fred Hoiberg is a mastermind. I think they play off of him. Their energy resembles that of their coach. And I think good teams have that. They're never too high and they never seem too low. They're confident in what they do, which that gives me confidence for any team going into March. But I like what this Nebraska team is about from top to bottom. To have a guy like Hoiberg in the backcourt and have him be the steadier, I think, of the offense, while also having guys like Frank Mast on the inside that's going to give you 18 points a night, and Price Sanford, who I think is one of the most improved players from last year to this year in all of college basketball. His offensive game is, so smooth. I don't know that there's many players in college basketball with an offensive arsenal as smooth as Price Sanford's. I think, and Jamarcus Lawrence, obviously you can't go without mentioning him. He and Braden Frager, those guys, I think we've seen them beat good teams. Obviously they ran Michigan down to the wire, down 2 guys. They've beaten Michigan State. They've beaten the Illinois. So they can beat anybody. But a game like Iowa tonight in Iowa City is going to be interesting because Iowa's been Bennett Sturts. How do they defend? They try to defend that, and how do they keep up with the rest of the Iowa crew that obviously they're not as maybe as skilled as Bennett Sturts is on his own, but they still got to help him out at points. So how do they defend that? I think the teams that have best defended Iowa are the teams that guard him as a unit versus as one guy. So I'm curious to see how Fred Hoiberg and company work to defend the Hawkeyes tonight.
Yeah, it's fascinating. 2 things in that. Sanford's got a chance to break my buddy Kerry Cohorn's single-season 3-point record tonight. If he just makes 2, it will be the single season for Price. But the other thing is, it's like I liken it a little. Now, Fears isn't as good offensively, but he does run the show as a guy that pounds the rock into the paint. Nebraska is very good kind of with that no middle defense and how they trap. A guy that handles the ball as much as Sturts is going to have to work. But he can play 38, 39, 40 minutes. We know that. To me, that's like the game within the game because Nebraska does a good job of neutralizing dribble offense when it's initiated off the bounce so much. How do you see that kind of playing out?
Yeah, I think with Sturts, it's been interesting because teams that have gotten him into foul trouble, it's been a surprisingly difficult task, right? Like we've seen him get into foul trouble and the rest of the team has actually risen up to the occasion. So being physical with him is a strategy that maybe in the front of your mind might work, but in the back, if you look at the stats and on the paper, it actually hasn't, which I was a little surprised in prepping for this game because obviously he's a great player and he's really, really hard to stop offensively, has a great skill set. But I am curious, like to that very point, how will they stop the dribble drive and the kick? Because Iowa's got shooters. That's something that they have to stop. And I think Nebraska's defense just how solid they are really does benefit them from the inside out. They're smart players. They play a Fred Hoiberg style. So I think that helps them. They're not going to do anything overly fancy, I don't think, rather than just heels in the ground and try to play tough D on the inside.
Vince, we ask a lot of the national guys we talk to about Nebraska, just trying to get an objective or kind of 30,000-foot view of this team when we're kind of in it in the day-to-day. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you're the very first person to say Sam Hoiberg's name first.
Yeah,
when talking about this team.
True.
Why did you start there? I don't disagree necessarily, but I'm curious
Especially
why.
when coaches give him love. A lot of our national guys,
it's easy to start with Mass. It's easy to start with Sam. Why'd you start with Sam Hoiberg?
because I think he really just embodies what this team is about, right? He's toughness. He's undersized. And if you look at the other guards, he might not be as skilled of a three-point shooter as the other guy or as tough of a driver as the other guy. But what does he do? He makes it work. I think he embodies really what the identity of this group is. Tough, scrappy, winners at the end of the day, smart. They're going to outsmart you. And I think that's what he does, right? He's undersized. He likes to get his teammates involved. He's a team-focused guy. He's the kind of guy that I like because he'll step in front of that charge arc and take one to the chest. Those kind of guys is what this Nebraska team is about, and it's the kind of guys that Fred Hoiberg has flourished with in the past. So his name jumped to mind because he is what, when I think of Nebraska, that kind of player that Sam Hoiberg is what sticks out to me.
So have you allowed yourself, Vince, and I'll get to the specifics here in a second. I get it. The matchups always matter when you're looking at teams head to head. And we're going to get a good glimpse of that with Duke and Michigan coming up this weekend on a fantastic slate. But in your mind, is there a team in the country that you would consider the best team where you're willing to throw kind of matchup to the win, where you think this is the best team in the country, regardless of stylistically how you want to play them?
The honest answer for me is no, because I think if you look at, call it the top 15 or 16 teams, it's been speed dating for those teams, because it's been just they're battling, they're fighting. Obviously, I think most would say Michigan simply because of the size of the front court with Ademara, with Morris Johnson, with Yaxel.
See the second biggest team in the country this weekend who can play against size and defend.
Exactly. That's what I think I'm most curious about, is that front court matchup between Duke and Michigan. But even like you look at a team like Florida, where they have national championship experience, that front court is the one that I think might even be the best in the country. If you look at it with Condon, with Chinyelu, with Thomas Houck, with that front court, they just need the guards to play well. And when they have played well, they've looked like that Florida team, like a Florida team that could really make a run. And what are they sitting at? They're sitting at 8 in the polls, I think, or 6, somewhere in that range. It's like that's the number 8 team in the country, but they could absolutely make their own case if they're peaking at the right time for a national championship contender. So I don't know that there's one that is like, I think that gap, especially with Arizona and how they've played in the last week, I think that gap of the top to the second tier has really, really shrunk.
How do you get Arizona to be exposed by their inability to either want to or make threes? It's amazing how they look fairly pedestrian without making threes.
Yeah, it's weird, especially in the Texas Tech game, I thought, because obviously they don't shoot a lot of threes. Like I think it was 19% of their points on offense comes from behind the 3-point line, which I think it was 361st in the country. Like it is very low in the totem pole nationally. But I think like they still, in this Texas Tech game, I thought some of their shots were not ideal looks, and they shot 4 of 16 from 3. So like made 25% of them, but they've been known to get better shots. So like I was surprised that they maybe took as many as they did in this game. I thought that kind of hurt them down the stretch because they were looking for Kurchenkov for threes. Burries is the guy I think I trust the most to knock down threes. But yeah, it's very old school style of basketball. And I honestly, I enjoy watching it because it's not in Alabama where they're running and they're gunning and they're shooting threes till they can't shoot anymore. But at the end of the day, if you look at national championship teams and Final Four teams, they've had the ability to knock down the three. So is that something Arizona is missing? Is it something that comes and goes night to night? We'll see. But I think you got to be able to knock it down if you want to get a win, or at least try to rattle off a couple of straight in the NCAA tournament.
Vince, so you mentioned Braden Burries there for a second, and we've got this group chat where we are continually sort of debating the top guys in the country. And so I want to take out your Peterson, DeBonsa, Boozer of
Caleb
it all,
Wilson.
Caleb Wilson. And I want to, that's the group I want to talk about, that next group of Wagler, Flemings, Burries, Acuff. Who am I missing?
Michael Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
In that next group of guys that of phenomenal freshmen that are having great seasons, but are kind of on that second line down after the superstars. Do you have a preference? It seems like they're all kind of lead guards. They sort of have similar roles on their teams in that sense. Where do you kind of slot those guys in terms of just your personal preference?
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because they are all, I guess, all similar position-wise, but so different in play style, I think. I would probably put Kingston Fleming's first because I think there is an extra level of pop, an extra gear that kid can get to at his size in terms of verticality and also scoring at 3 levels. He's obviously still learning the game from a point guard position. Obviously, he had some passes last night that you're not going to see a senior in the Big 12 make.
Just dribbling in the traffic, too, just getting in too deep.
Yeah, and I think his scoring arsenal and just what he can do athletically is probably going to raise some eyebrows in terms of NBA GMs that want a guy to come play for their team around that 4, 5, 6, 7 picks in the NBA draft range. I think he's been fantastic. Obviously, Keaton Wagler could be, in terms of the bigger stars in college basketball stays, the breakout star, right? A guy who is totally under-recruited. I think his best offer was like Murray State was where he was going. And then he got a call from Coach Underwood, the assistant Coach Underwood at Illinois, and he was in the middle of Murray State, so didn't have any signal, and the call dropped. Well, Illinois was glad that he called back because he's been fantastic. Obviously, you guys have seen him in games against Nebraska. I mean, that guy,
the guy that I think I'm tough on Wagler. Because I've seen him so much through high school, and he doesn't have elite athleticism, and he's not a great ball handler. And I just wonder if he's not a point, which most people say he's not, and he is going to be an off guard. I worry about his game long range, like getting his own shots.
Yeah, and that's I think what impresses me about his game is the play of pace. Like he's not the quickest guy in the world, but he plays to his strengths in that he plays with length. He sees the floor. He knows, I guess, how to get to his spots. He's finding that out, and obviously can really, really shoot it from deep. We saw that on multiple occasions this year, but I've been really, really impressed with him. A guy I didn't expect to burst onto the scene like he has, and I think the injury of Kylan Boswell sort of added some extra oomph to that as well because it gave him more of that free reign and that spot to fire away. And I guess those other guards that we mentioned, Acuff has been nothing short of impressive down there at Arkansas. I think he's one of those guys that kind of gets left out of that conversation because the SEC's been kind of weird this year. I think he's been fantastic. And whenever Coach Cal gets a point guard that he trusts, it's going to make for a great team. And he absolutely trusts Darius Acuff. He's the nucleus to what Arkansas does. And Michael Brown, obviously we felt like we got some of Michael Brown taken away with that injury. Like we kind of forgot about him, and he comes back, and I think it was his second or third game back. He's dropping 45 points. So obviously has a fire offensively that he can really, really tap into. But yeah, that second tier of guys, which is crazy because this freshman class is just really absurd. It's an all-timer in my opinion, because we're talking about the second tier and guys that could be NBA point guards, big name ones in the next couple of years.
And it's weird too, because we don't even bring up a guy like Anthony, who in another year of like physical development, and he showed flashes last night against Duke. A guy like Anthony's going to be fantastic at some point. He's just not what the other guys are, because he doesn't have that kind of, he doesn't have an A-cuff body. He's not 6'6" like Wagler. Like it's fascinating how good these young pups are.
Yeah, that's the truth. And I think it's also a funny narrative to kind of talk about, because a guy like Kyan Anthony, what was he, 30th in recruiting? So obviously he's a highly touted recruit coming in, but it's almost like we fault him for not being as great as a freshman as some of these other guys, when in all reality, like, it takes time. Like, the college game is something that you really have to adjust to with experience and with time. And he's going to get there. I have no doubt about that. But I think we also have to take a step back on guys like him and others across the country where maybe they haven't been producing as well as the Michael Browns, as the Darius Acuffs, the Caleb Wilsons, because those are like extremely successful guys that are going to play instantly at the next level. But there's other guys too, these freshmen, that with time are really going to come into their own.
Okay, so of like the non-Michigans, the non-Dukes, I think we still love Arizona. I'm going to put Iowa State in that group.
Mm-hmm.
Even Houston begrudgingly. 3 weeks ago I was mad that nobody talked about Houston, but I feel like Houston's now kind of starting to come around. But like let me give you some really good, they shouldn't be under the radar, but they're not first out of our mouth.
Yeah.
And I give you a couple. I want to start with Gonzaga. Is it their conference? Is it who they're playing that gives you pause about Gonzaga, or do you truly think they're flying under the radar?
You know what I think it is? I think it's injuries, because I saw them in Nashville when they beat Kentucky by 6 blue million points, and Braden Huff. I'm thinking of another guy. Braden Huff and Graham Ike. That duo in the front court was one of the best, most compatible front court duos that I had watched in college basketball. Since Braden Huff's got hurt, Graham Ike has had to carry a lot of that load. It's been good for the guards for Gonzaga to step up, like the Tyon Grant Fosters, the Mario St. Supris, those guys to step up, I think, in the absence of Braden Huff, because it just takes away scoring and rebounding from those guys. For those dudes to step into the role and step up the way that they have has been impressive. But I honestly don't know. Like, this is usually, I'm pretty confident in these Mark Few coach teams to get into March and compete, obviously, after playing in a conference in that WCC that maybe isn't as highly touted as the Power Five. But the game against Portland worried me a little bit. I think the win against Santa Clara gave me some confidence. That's a team in the Broncos that I think is better than most people assume that they are. I think they're a top 40 team on KenPom, but they went and beat that team by 8 on the road. So that was an impressive win. And obviously you can't forget probably the best win of the college basketball season with Michigan beating them by 40 in Las Vegas. That's a hard one for me to get out of my mind.
One of the two best halves I'd seen. The one was,
oh my gosh,
it
was unbelievable
on Gonzaga, and we forget because it was Iowa State at Mackey.
Yeah.
That half they put on Purdue was unbelievable. But so slot these next three because they're good, and you mentioned one of them, and I like them. I like them a lot, and that would probably be my future if I wanted to take a longer shot. It would be Florida, but of Purdue, Florida, and UConn, above, first slot them, and then above or below Gonzaga.
I would say that's tough. I would say all three above Gonzaga. And I think I would slot them. Ooh, that's tough. I like Florida and UConn. I'll put Florida and UConn and then Purdue. And I think my reasoning being Purdue of late hasn't been playing their best basketball. And I think this is the point of the year where you either got to turn it on or you're not going to go for a run. Obviously, Braden Smith is the cornerstone. If he's playing well, this Purdue team is playing great. But I think what worried me is I watched the Maryland game, I watched the Oregon game, and they have a lot of inconsistencies, I think, on the offensive side. Like Oregon had lost, I think it was 9 straight coming into Mackey, and that was a game that they took down to the wire. I think Fletcher Lawyer is a guy that they need to be consistently pouring in points, where we haven't seen that as much.
For his age, his struggles or his inconsistencies is a little surprising because Braden Smith hasn't changed.
Yeah, I don't think he ever will.
If you want to talk to me about TKR maybe being different because of Clough, I get, but the Lawyer up and down is the one that is kind of the one I'm struggling with the most for them.
Yeah, that's the key, I think, for me, because he's the guy that's supposed to give you points. And when he's not, it's like there's a missing piece of the puzzle. So that, I think, worries me a little bit about Purdue. I'm never going to be worried about Braden Smith, because that guy impacts the game in so many ways, just naturally, because he's the leader on the team, because he's has such an eye for passing the rock. That's a guy I don't think I'll ever be worried about. But it is the supporting, I think, pieces for me. Trey Kaufman-Renn, like you mentioned, he's been a little bit inconsistent game to game, but from a rebounding standpoint, he's obviously going to be that guy for them, and playing in different positions too with Clough in there and TKR. I think that's been a balancing act a little bit as well. But I would say of those 3 teams, I would put Purdue as the bronze medalist, and then I would say Yeah, Connecticut is the silver and Florida is the gold.
If you're playing the long game of a couple of coaches where you're like, didn't really see this coming, or what the heck, I gave you Sean Miller or good old Buzz down in Maryland. Of the surprises of who how we slotting these two performances so far?
I would say Sean Miller's definitely more impressive than that of Buzz Williams. I haven't been able to watch Maryland as much.
They are awful.
But I do know that the numbers do not speak kindly of Maryland. I think Texas is honestly a team that's kind of impressed me. Like, I didn't know that I expected much from them coming into the year, but to be a bubble team that's won, I think now 4 straight games, they're really making their case for a bubble spot. I think the guards are what impresses me. Dalen Swain he's going to be an NBA player. I think at his size, 6'8", 225. His skill set impresses me. And then the guards, Jordan Pope can really score it. Tremont Mark. Plus they have Matas on the inside, who's a big guy, and those are always hard to stop.
All right, I'm gonna get you out of here on this, unless DB has another one.
I'm good.
All right.
Are you proud of me? I had no Carolina question.
No, you did. I'll sneak them in here. Don't worry. So we got to go through, since you're new with us. We got to go down the list. I need you to stop me when a team cannot win the national title. Okay.
Okay. All right. Stop you when a team can't win it.
Yep. Michigan, Duke. I'm going to fly through these first ones. Arizona, Houston, Florida, Illinois, Iowa State, Purdue, UConn, Gonzaga.
I'll stop.
Okay, so we're out on Gonzaga.
Is that 9?
Yeah, that was 9. Okay. Nebraska, Vanderbilt.
Stop. Yeah, I don't know if Andy could do it.
That's 10. I'm going to throw a couple wild cards in here now. Kansas.
Ooh. That's tough. Who's playing?
Does for you? I get it should.
That's part of the problem.
But they've shown the numbers aren't staggering without DP.
Well, that's the thing is, I guess my point there is kind of two-sided. Like, okay, if Darren Peterson's playing, obviously that's an unbelievable threat, but they're not used to playing with him. I don't know which team I would rather have, Kansas with DP or Kansas without. So that's the question.
You just want to know, though, right?
Yeah.
You just want to know one way or the other. Do I have him for 6 games? Do I not have him for 6 games? And then just go from there, and you'll take your chances. It's the uncertainty that bothers you?
Yes, and don't get the flu, I guess, is another point I might
Or
add.
cramp or rolling ankle. I mean, pick one. Just pick one.
So if I said Vince, I'm like, hey, so you like 11 teams.
Hold on, one more.
Oh, go ahead.
North Carolina.
You could see it?
I'm going to take that as the yes. I'm going to take that.
Okay.
So we're at 12.
12.
We're at 12 teams.
So if I did off the cuff, if Ravi didn't work backwards like that with the teams, and I said, Vince, could 12 teams win a national title? You'd say
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
We flirted for the last 2 months. We've been as high as 13, and you've been as low as 9.
And 9's the lowest. That was last week. I got down to 9.
Does that so 12 sounds about right for you?
Yeah, and I think you could throw a Texas Tech in there too. You could throw a team like, I don't know, Arkansas or an Alabama, maybe. Nah, probably not. But there's other teams that are in that mix, and that's what makes it so interesting, as we've seen night in and night out, that truly anybody can beat anybody.
Last one from me, and I'm just taking advantage of your expertise. I get the Texas Tech love, but I always joke with Ravi, as you know, college basketball honk. I'm watching this thing. Texas Tech is one of those 3-point shooting teams where every guy that shoots it, it never looks like it's going in. Whether it's the fundamentals, the mechanics, where it's being shot from, I'm like, why do we like this team more than Louisville, right? It doesn't even look good coming out of their hand, but people like Texas Tech. What is it?
JT Toppin. Yeah. I think that's the simple answer. He and Christian Anderson. It's like
he's so moody.
It's a good way to put it. Yeah,
he's surly.
He does have that piece, but he's also, I mean, a guy that's had 16 doubles this year. Like he's proven the dominance, and he's hard to stop. I think now, especially because he's added the passing and the playmaking piece to his game that I don't know was there before. They're finding him in short roll situations. He's able to kick out and find those unorthodox shooters, like you talked about. That NBA shooting coaches are sitting there like, ooh. But no, it's impressive what they've done. And I think even more so the fact that they really only play 6 guys. Like their starting lineup is by far the majority of their minutes. Christian Anderson and JT Toppin are playing 39-40 a game.
Yeah, every last one of them.
Vince Wolfram from College Sports Company. Vince, we appreciate the time. Great stuff, and we'll talk again soon.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys. Have a great one.
Got it.
That is Vince Wolfram from College Sports Company. Also does some work with the Field of 68.
Well, good get, Shane.
Real quick.
I like Vince.
With so we know the Ken Palm numbers, right?
Yeah.
How many teams do you think Ken Palm says can still, based on their current efficiency? So this is going to change a little bit.
Yeah.
But top 25 defense.
9.
It's actually 13.
Really?
Top 40.
Give me 10, 11, 12, 13.
All right. So the outliers here are St. Louis is just under the wire.
Can you imagine St. Louis being like a 7 or a 6?
I mean, I think that's where they're slotted right now. That's not a fun matchup for anybody.
It's not.
And you've got a dude.
Well, you have a couple.
Yeah.
Are you?
I'm talking about
counting
Avila.
Avila.
Oh, I always counting Avila.
Dude, their backcourt.
No, I know. But like you've got some dudes there, and a guy that
he's a better. He's not a better shooter than Manchilovic.
Mm-hmm.
But St. Louis is back. They can shoot it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
and I'm not even starting with Avila. Because I get what he runs into in tournament time with these athletic bigs is he's a below the rim guy.
Yeah, it's tough. It can be tough for him.
I'd start with their shooting prowess.
So like Jones and Green.
Yeah, they're significantly better than like Miami.
So that's the difference between, I think, like last year and years past with St. Louis, or where was like with Ravi Avila, where it's like he doesn't have as much help. Like that's where you get these mid majors that can actually do something.
Okay,
so is when you got some So St. Louis is an outlier.
St. Louis is in.
Yes, they're in.
Okay,
they
in the 13.
Yep, they are in the 13.
Give me another one.
St. John's barely squeaks in.
I don't
think they can either.
Their offense is so raggedy.
They are the lowest possible offense you can be and still be included in the criteria. Another outlier I did not expect was Virginia.
So you make fun of me. Give your boy some credit.
I don't think they can win a national title, but they are within the criteria.
Give me some credit.
I'll give you a little credit on Virginia. Just a little bit.
You don't know any bigger ACC honks.
Not a lot, but I'll give you a little bit of credit.
I'm still gonna have you take another look at Louisville. And I get the metrics don't favor them historically with how many threes they make and shoot for a tournament run, but Louisville is way capable. 6 in a row is probably stretching.
They fall out defensively. They don't make the cut defensively.
They're smaller. But I'm telling you, people. So this is 3 weeks in a row, and I didn't ask Vince, so we're going back almost a month. Nobody is with me on Virginia.
Yeah, nobody's brought Virginia
except how many?
Ken Palm.
I ask about him every week.
You do. The last one, and Vince brought him up. Texas Tech.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, go watch them.
They are right on the edge.
It looks helter-skelter.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I watched the Arizona game the other day.
So, and it's like, God, what hand are you? Did you shoot that with your right or your left hand? Like the cross hand follow-throughs, like shooting balls like it's hot and you don't really want to touch it.
He's like, get out. Get out of my hand.
I'm like, how do they do this?
It's like that video I think Jacob sent us to the other day where it looks like he shoots with one hand, but he falls through with the other.
Every time Tech shoots the ball, I'm like, no way. Not a chance.
So defensively, they are right on the line. They're the last team that qualifies defensively, but they are squarely in offensively.
Now, there is something to be said for JPB's point, Japanese spheres, prison spheres.
Yeah.
I would rather. So, 6 versus 8 or 9, you probably rather see that because in the long game with 6 games to win, at some point, and I get it, I'm guilty of it. Depth is overrated if you stay out of foul trouble.
It is in the NCAA tournament, 100%.
But that's a savvy bunch.
If you feel good to like 7, you're fine.
Do you watch Toppin?
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking moody.
Yeah.
He's either mad or
I would
pissed or
temperamental is the term that comes to mind.
Like sometimes in the huddles, I'm like,
Mercurial.
Mercurial is a good word.
Yeah,
that's a good word.
That's what he strikes me as.
Mercurial. That's a good word.
Like I don't.
But then you listen to him in his post game, and like his teammates are kind of always rallying. I think that maybe just how he is.
Yeah, and if that's just who he is,
he's kind of one-dimensional.
Yeah.
To be going for 22 a night.
Yeah, it's kind of aggressive because he can't really shoot it.
No,
I mean that's being generous. He can't really shoot it, but
he's super pogo sticky.
Oh yeah, stupid.
Antoine Jameson,
but the
not verticality, just
I was
ability to get off the floor in a hurry.
Yes, yeah. I was like, Antoine wasn't super vertical.
Oh man, but
he got off the ground quick. He got off the ground super quick.
He's bouncing.
No, that's 13 on Ken Palm currently. So we're not crazy. The 12's not crazy. Now there's some that who does not.
How'd we get to 9? Well, you did.
Well,
how'd you get to 9 a couple weeks ago?
So I cut out Kansas, which Ken Palm agrees with me.
I think did you cut out?
I cut out Purdue.
Yep. Do you know who we didn't talk about?
Who?
And they may just be out.
Who?
We didn't talk about Michigan State.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but I get it. I think you can pull your feelings out of it, but you hate Michigan State so bad. I don't even think I can have a logical conversation.
No, the reason I hate Michigan State is because I don't think they play good basketball. I don't actually have I don't have a problem with Michigan State as a program. I do think that Tom Izzo gets way too much run for who he is at this point in his career. And they play very bad basketball this year, offensively. And that's the reason they don't qualify, because they are outside the top 40 offensively.
I'm hoping that there is some Iowa-type offense tonight with how Nebraska defended Fears.
Yeah.
And that Michigan State offense, because it's kind of similar. The problem is
Sturtz is actually way better at this than Fierce.
Well,
they're different problems.
Couple better shooters on the wing.
Yeah,
for Iowa. So this is it's a third or fourth rotation game. It's not the first or second.
Yeah, which is what you can get away with Michigan State.
It's the skip, which is what I mean. Did you watch Kingston Fleming last night? I like him.
Yeah,
I like him a ton.
I wasn't enamored with the performance last night. The 22 gets a lot of run. I didn't love how he played.
Now, his offensive game is silly, but
he's
the
better
IQ of where the ball should go and what they're willing to give you. Like between he and Milos, he drives me up. I don't make fun, but I've joked about it all the time. I'm like, he's a dribble. As 3 weeks ago, I was like,
yeah.
Well, the reason his numbers are down is because he now has Kingston. Last year, he just dribbled that thing out.
Yeah, and then figures.
Like sometimes you wonder. I was amazed at that. They only had like 2 or 3 turnovers. I was like, it seems like more than that because they dribble so much.
Yeah. Well, and so I get not confused.
Anytime the ball went to the wing, where you're like, yep, ain't nothing good about to happen.
Absolutely.
Because you knew the trap was coming.
Absolutely. So that was my thing with Fleming last night was, sure, he can get to wherever he wants on the floor and get his shot and whatever. I didn't really love his overall sense of controlling the game.
Yeah.
It was the biggest difference for me.
He's a one gear guy.
Yeah, and he's not.
But he's going to be sweet.
He is. He's not very point guardy yet in terms of running a team.
He's going to be pretty sweet.
That was if you could get, and I only know this because I just did the game, but if you get a little game feel of a Caden Lewis into Kingston Fleming.
Caden Lewis is pretty sweet.
His control of the game,
you can't speed him up, is what you're saying.
Yes, he's got a very good sense, and he just always knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's Wagler's actual strength that nobody talks about.
Just his sense of the game.
You can't speed him up.
Yeah,
I would.
And Vincent kind of alluded to that.
I would.
Yeah.
Because he can't really handle it like he needs to. But nobody does. They just run the double at him, get it out of his hands, and then they swing it, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah. I was super impressed with, and it was a very stark contrast for me because obviously Kingston Fleming is probably more talented, definitely a better scorer. But to watch a Caden Lewis like run a basketball team, especially like I hadn't seen a Caden Lewis live yet, like in person.
I think you underappreciate.
Who?
You need to watch Burries more.
I like Burries. I'm not as in love with him as you are.
What you're describing is what he does.
He is better at. He's got
a very calm temperament,
and I like that out of a point guard. Like I like that out of a guy. Because what we do a lot now, and it's the thing, man, I was looking at a mock draft the other day, and I swear I'm not just killing Darren Peterson, but I was looking at a mock draft the other day.
Well, you're kind of killing Darren. Shane, bold that thought from Eric, because I want to get to something.
That had him listed as a point guard. And I was like, there is no way on God's green earth we're playing Darren Peterson at point guard. Absolutely not.
Yeah, but depending on the offense, who's the Lakers point guard?
Luka.
Okay, that's kind of an easy one, but he doesn't always have to be. You don't have to be ball dominant as a distributor.
No, I understand that, but like we're talking about the guy that I challenged you to find fewer assists than me to be a distributor. Understood. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think he has a good game sense. I don't think he's good enough to have the ball in his hands all the time. If you want to talk about him as like, hey, we're doing the shooting guard thing and we're going to ignore my red flags on him, sure, I can understand it. But don't try to tell me he's a point guard. Yeah. Like we're having a different conversation here.
Did you read Eric's comment in bold?
No. What do we got here?
What's it say?
It says that 30-point win versus Whiskey is forgotten.
The day after Nebraska beat Wisconsin when we were together.
So that's going to age well.
Thank you.
So that's going to age real well. I mean,
Eric,
you called Gonzaga early when they beat the Creighton set in.
I was like,
and then you called this one.
That win over Wisconsin is going to age well. That was a great win. I said, that's a team that showed me they had emotional maturity.
Mm-hmm.
They went on the road after all the, are they? And they hammered a good team. And I said, that win is going to age really well.
Yeah, Wisconsin is better than we certainly thought at the time. And that was.
Nick Boyd is a dude.
Yeah. And that was coming off of the Creighton game,
what are Boyd's numbers?
Nick Boyd, let's give it a look here.
What are Nick Boyd's numbers? He's pretty sweet.
What do we got for Nick Boyd?
How about guards transformation the last 2 years of them offensively?
So that's the thing that I never saw coming. That's the thing where I'm just like,
especially it was a Tanji thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a desperation thing, and he's like, I've got this guy who I think can do this. I'm about to lose my job. Let's take all the wheels off and just see what happens.
Go JT, go.
That's what I thought. I thought it was a desperation mode. Obviously, the thing I've been doing has not been working, and people hate me for it. Like, let's try something else. This Tanji guy seems like he's kind of the perfect right spot, right time guy. Let's see what happens. But he's doing it again this year with Nick Boyd, who's going 20.6.
What are his splits?
48, 37, 82.
Well, 37's a little lower than I thought.
Yeah. But he's going for 20 a night, 3.5, and over twice as many assists per game as Darren Peterson.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Boyd's pretty good.
Oh,
he's pretty good. I thought one of those guys you gave me yesterday was Boyd.
Oh yeah, he'd have been really close on the Wagler numbers.
I thought.
Or no, he'd have been. No, it wasn't Wagler.
Do you know? I thought it was going to be Peterson.
Oh yeah, but the 3-point percentage.
So
you thought was low for Peterson.
I got clarification on the 3-point percentage because when it was lower than 45, I was like, "Is that Boyd?"
Yeah,
but Boyd's probably not shooting 40%.
Yeah. No, Peterson's been in the tank. Yeah, his numbers have come down quite a bit in the last 2 weeks. I'm not being a hater.
I mean, I'm listening to some Kansas folks, and I'm like, ooh, are they out on DP?
I think they're frustrated, and I get it.
Yeah.
You know what the funny is when
the only other, and it's not a fall from grace because believe me, if he comes back and they reel off a handful of wins with this brutal schedule down the stretch, they'll be all back in. But you know who it was kind of giving me vibes of?
Who?
Of a guy we thought was pretty good.
Who?
And you killed him on the blind resume. But in your defense, you got tough quarterbacks. Who was giving you those, Anna?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were very disrespectful to Taylor Martinez.
I wasn't.
But I think he was first out of the
gate.
Was.
So I put him in. So I put him in the middle, and I felt okay about where he ended up.
3.
Yeah, because it was Tommy Frazier,
yep.
Eric Crouch.
Yep.
He can't go higher than that.
Martinez.
Right? Then it was Taylor Martinez. Then it was
You
Tommy
got
Armstrong.
stuck at the end.
I was so mad I had Gans at 5.
She gave you Gans last.
I was super mad she gave me Gans at 5.
Yeah.
Also, I just feel like I have to clarify here. Those are not the top 5 quarterbacks of all time in Nebraska. Those are just 5 guys.
I think we know Blind is.
We do not, because I got a lot of comments to be like, "Where's Jerry Taggy? Where's Turner Gill?" And I was like, "They weren't given to me to rank. That's not how blind rankings
Don't people
work."
know how that works?
Apparently not.
College Game Day got some flack over the couple of Saturdays ago where I told you they had Wagler in it.
Yeah,
they got some flack over not
including other people
sliding Dabansa.
Yeah, no, that's not what we were doing. Like blind rankings are just they give you 5, you rank the 5 you get.
Yeah, you gave me 5 breakfast spots, and one of them isn't Hardee's. I'm not gonna hate.
You're not gonna be like, "Where's Hardee's?" It's like that wasn't part of the game. Yeah. That just wasn't what had happened. You know what's funny is so Vince was talking about Mikael Brown and how we had lost a lot of the season from him and felt like we missed out. You know who he still played more games than?
Darren Peterson.
All right, I'm just making sure we know. I'm just making sure we know.
Mikael Brown is pretty sweet.
He is.
His frame. He's got a good frame.
I don't love his splits.
Yeah, he's volume.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's low. That's the system.
You know how I feel about volume.
No, I'm past that.
That's why I talk so quiet.
I need
it pisses you off.
I need a little more efficiency. Just a little.
Well, you'll be fine.
We're pretty low on that field goal percentage, DB. We're pretty low.
So I have a question.
We are flirting with a number that starts with 3.
Since he's gonna kind of get the Jessica Cootie treatment where we can take him a variety of places.
With KC?
So we got baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That was my initial thoughts.
Yeah.
We got hoops.
We do have hoops. We got spring practice coming up.
Spring practice starts Saturday with all the coaches now back in town. Will we stretch one Kyle Crooks?
I mean, you know I'm going to ask about football, so the rest is up to you.
I
Love that.
I'm not going to ask him, but I want you to ask him what time he got up.
This morning?
Yeah. I think KC may get unnecessary. We may give him a harder time than.
Who is we? I haven't said anything.
So in our group text,
Okay.
it's me, Ben, Jess, and Kyle.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll group text early.
Okay.
Ben and I notoriously up early.
Well, he's got
out of the house.
He's got the young kids. He's
We
getting
got-
up. Yeah.
And then we got the singlets over there.
Yeah.
And so
we know
I said-
Jess. We got to give her some heads up so she can come on the show on time.
So Jess works a ton.
Mhm.
I don't think she's like
She's not like an early riser.
a sleeper, but she may have like narcolepsy.
I think she just like has a shifted schedule.
So their schedules are backloaded at night.
Yeah, so I think that's the sense I get from Jess is like she's probably working till like midnight and then she's just not getting up super early.
So it was early, and Ben and I were like, "Oh shoot, we have to take this to our own text because I don't think Ben and Jess are going to be up."
Oh yeah.
And Jess chimed in immediately. She's like, "I'm up," but she put Kyle's over under at waking up. I gotta go back. I think it was like in the 10s.
That's pretty aggressive.
And KC snapped back. He's like, Psh. It's like an hour, but it was like in the 8s. He's like, "I'm up."
I'm just most adults don't sleep till 10.
Yeah, but they work.
I know. Like if you've got
So they're
like
leaving Husker Sports Nightly at like 8.
yeah.
And I'm not saying that's late.
No, but you got to like wind down and like if you got to go get food or whatever still
Yeah.
like it becomes a late night. I understand that. I don't
They're
think
the total opposite end of what I do.
if you're not
Or man.
if you're not somebody who, like if you're not working super late, I don't think most adults just naturally are sleeping till 10. Even like I'm a sleeper too. Like I like to sleep.
Aren't you a nap guy?
Not very often, but like I'll take one when I can get one.
That's kind of like
I'm not like
that's
Shane.
kinda
I don't
like cookies. I think that's dumb.
I'm not like Shane. I don't take one every day.
Again, I'm not judging you. It's just
I mean, you just said I think that's pretty dumb. That sounds fairly judgy.
yeah. Well, it's you.
We're gonna ask Casey what he thinks about cookies. See if he's in the 94.8 or the 5.2.
Like Kyle is cool though, so you're not. As long as you shoot down the middle, he's gonna be fine.
What is that? I don't even know what that means. What do you mean shoot down the middle?
Like he's
Like a go along to get along type guy?
yeah, like he's low maintenance.
Okay. So he wouldn't throw somebody out if they brought ice cream and brownies to his house?
I hope he has a strong opinion. I don't know if he cares enough about what other people do to have a strong opinion.
I do kind of get that vibe.
Like
Or
if
just
it's not job related, I don't know if he would like
do whatever you want, man.
I don't think he cares enough.
All right, maybe I won't ask him. I need a strong reaction.
What you need to do is set it up correctly.
Say, hey, we're going to a watch party.
No, just keep it brief. Like, just be like, hey, 6, 7 guys, gonna watch a sporting event or watch. You can say watch party. Just say, hey, gonna watch a sporting event.
Yeah.
What are you bringing?
In your mind, was your description briefer than me just saying watch party?
Yeah, because a watch party, like boxing, wasn't really a watch party.
I mean, kind of was. What else would you call it?
I invited a couple of guys over, but it's not a party. It's not like, nah, man, I get the fight. I don't have to pay for it.
Okay.
Like, come over.
All right. So you're watching a sporting event together.
What if it's the Super Bowl?
People are bringing food.
I mean, does it matter?
Shane, I'm just telling you, Kyle ain't just. He ain't going to be nice to you just because.
I do think that's a fair question. In your mind, does the sporting event matter, or is it just all sporting events? Like, does this particular type of sporting event matter on the food?
Good question.
I think that's a fair question.
That's a good
We'll think about it. Let's take a break. We'll get to Kyle Crooks.
Because I guess duration would have to factor.
See, that's where the cookies come in for me.
Yeah, I need dessert.
No, I'm just saying, like, after you're there for like 3 hours, it's like, maybe I don't want to go back for the brats. Maybe I want something else. You know what I'm saying? Get a little sweet treat.
It's fine.
DB loves it when I say sweet treat. It's your favorite. We'll be right back with Kyle Crooks from Husker Radio Network here on Hurrdat Sports Live.
Just a little bit of feel in the game. It's always good to, see the ball go in, and if we can drive to the paint, whether that results in a layup or kicking it out and getting a better open three, just anything to see the ball go in, maybe go get fouled, see some free throws go in, would help. So yeah, honestly, I didn't really know what to expect. Obviously, we had a emotional day yesterday, I think it was. And so, I mean, we're all just here for Josh, to support Josh the best we can. And, I mean, Josh had a really hard day yesterday, and he showed up today. He played great. So, obviously there was some emotions, but I don't think we can put the game on that.
For me personally, it's really inspiring. I've known Josh for a really long time. I've known his mom for a long time as well. And I can't even imagine how he's feeling. He had to go through the whole funeral process yesterday, and then today just being able to get on the court and not even show any emotions and be able to play with his teammates and stick with us is just an incredible thing to see. And I'm really proud and I'm really inspired by him, like just for his ability to be able to do that and not let it affect his game or affect anyone else.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's a very disciplined, well-coached team, and Sturts obviously is the headliner, but they've got other players that. And the thing that's really impressive about their team is their role acceptance. I think they all do a really good job playing off of Sturts. Their cutting is really good, and they've got guys that can knock down shots all over the floor. I think Banks is one of the more underrated players in our league as well. Just his ability, the toughness that he plays with, and a really good compliment to Sturts out there as well. But they've got players all over the place that can hurt you.
We're back on Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Kyle Crooks from the Husker Radio Network. Kyle, how are we doing this morning?
How the boys doing this morning? Forget about me. How you guys?
KC,
There's a lot of talk about cupcakes and
so this is where we got to start.
Ice cream. I'll tell you what, Robbie, I'm the number one ice cream guy in the business.
Let's go.
I have it once a week. So I have Saturday at 8:00.
Weird, regimented. I'm
No,
shocked.
me regimented, not a chance. Saturday, 8:00, I have my one allotted thing of ice cream a week. So that's my number one dessert. I know Damon's anti-ice cream.
The worst take he's ever had, I think. Like it's up there.
Kyle's around me quite a bit eating. He knows all my
That's a pretty bad one.
weird habits.
That's a pretty bad one.
You just have high taste. You're somebody who enjoys a good steak, but it's got to be great, right? Like you'll break down a steak at dinner, and your mashed potatoes can't be too lumpy, and all these things that factor in. You're a man of high taste.
Casey, I'm afraid to ask
Until-
I don't know what you're gonna say.
Go ahead.
But for my peculiarities, for all my weirdness, am I easy to get along with?
Of course, I would say 150%.
Like
You're
I'm
easy to
actually
get
the
along.
nice guy of the bunch.
It is. I think DB's starting to realize how sarcastic I truly am. Right? I am the nice guy. I like to think I'm a nice guy, right? But I'm super sarcastic all the time. I'll give it to you, And DB, I think, starts to realize that. He gets taken aback every once in a while when I give a little sarcastic quip. And he realizes, oh, this guy's kind of got a mean side to him. I think I have stretches of being the meanest guy of the bunch. I think Ben's probably the nicest guy of the bunch.
That's interesting.
I don't
He
know.
wouldn't own that, but he is a
Yeah.
fixer.
Yeah.
So
Ben, what you told me just like on air, like Ben's like the rough and tumble guy. He's actually, I think, I don't know if, having kids and all that. I think Ben's probably the nicest guy of the bunch. I think Jess is probably the one that could punch somebody in the mouth.
So you know what? I kind of agree with that.
So you know what Ben is to me? He's like the dad, right? So like he's gonna grumble the whole time, but he's gonna do what you need him. Like
Yeah,
he's gonna help you.
Just Phil elbow or ball or fist. I kind of agree with that. Like at the end of the day, like that's fair. That's fair.
Kyle, his description of his personality is exactly like how I think. It's like, no, I'm actually a really nice guy. Just don't listen to anything I say.
I am sarcastic, Robbie, 95% of the time.
So,
Jess is the only one I think that truly understands my personality to this point because we see each other every single day. We're on radio all the time. Like sometimes I'll say things on radio on Sports Nightly, and she'll look at me and be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. He's sarcastic all the time." she'll just laugh it off. So that's sort of how I am.
KC, so like Cass and Jess, they're probably not coming, right? It's UFC, and I know you're not a big. I don't think you love UFC, but it's me, you, B-Mac, Josh, Camden. We're having a little. We'll bring Ravi because I want him to see the the behind the scenes. And I say, hey, bring a dish. Anybody bringing dessert? Do you think?
I heard parts of this conversation, by the way. Of our group, I don't think anybody's bringing anything, right? Like, I think that's probably more of a problem than anything.
Although B-Mac loves to grill and smoke, so he'd probably bring a good protein. We were trading brisket recipes. I was walking in Costco, and he and I are on the phone like a couple of school kids talking about cooking recipes. So you'd get a kick out of that. But you're probably right, though.
Here's the real question, though. It's not who's bringing cookies. It's that if someone brings cookies, is anyone mad? That's the real question.
No.
See?
So you're anti Ravi bringing cookies or cupcakes to any sort of function, correct?
I'm saying if it's like 6 or 7 guys and we're watching a sporting event, don't bring dessert. Like that's just the easy way.
I don't hate that take, DB. I'm going to be honest with you.
Thank you.
But I'm also somebody who wouldn't bring anything. So then what does that make me?
So you know what you strike me as, KC, because you like to close the loop. Like you don't like loose ends. KC, you'd bring like napkins, plates, or KC would be a 2-liter guy. I'll bring the ice.
Plastic cutlery.
I'm just going to leave this here. Nobody's got to clean it up. We're just out.
Just throw it out, move on. Napkins, paper plates. Yeah, I think I'd be that guy. Super Bowl party, the Super Bowl themed paper plates, and I'd be that guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell him how you'd be just fine with chicken rice and a piece of bread, and you're
Every single day.
One of your greatest skill sets that I love about you is you're a plate cleaner too. So, like, you don't waste. I love that. They make fun of me for eating leftovers and stuff, but I like how you.
That's not what we make fun of you for, DB. It's not.
Okay, zip it.
I'm just saying.
Kyle eats all his food.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's interesting too. It's like I should probably see like a therapist about this. Like, I don't know why I do that. Like, there is not a morsel left on any plate that I eat, and I'm just like, did something happen in my past that makes me do this? But no, it's I guess I consider it a challenge every time that I eat.
All right, so originally, Casey, I told Shane on Sunday, I was like, we got to get Kyle. And I wanted to talk about baseball because you're going to be on the road in a tough environment. Then I'm like, well, fudge, basketball's hot. And I'm like, oh, shoot, spring ball starts Saturday. Where would you like to start?
We can start with spring ball. You know, what's interesting too, DB, is, first day of practice coming up on Saturday. I'll be on the road in Texas, so I won't even be at the first few spring practices of the year, which is like, that kind of stinks, right? And I was telling Jess this yesterday. She has me talking all different sports, right? I mean, Sports Nightly, you got to know.
What doesn't she do though?
She's awesome, and the fact that she's been doing this for years now at her previous stop and here, like, she covers everything. But for me, yesterday on Sports Nightly alone, it was men's, women's basketball. I was recapping the women's game, and I have the bowling coach on Sports Nightly tonight, and we're talking spring ball, and we're talking baseball, and softball is obviously big. They're a top 10 team, so everything under the sun. But spring ball, I think I'm fascinated with a lot of different things. I mean, one of them would be the guy whose picture is sitting next to me on the desk there, and Rob Orch.
Yeah,
I think Jess asked me on the air the other day, like, what are your top 5 storylines? And I hadn't thought. She just kind of put me on the spot, and I've rattled off.
That's what she does, man. She's
7 or 8 things, and I'm like, I'm not good at Mount Rushmore because I can't limit myself to a certain number. I think, and Jess probably talked me into this, Rob Orch is probably like 2 on that list of storylines, right? Like, what's his temperament like? How does he coach? How are the guys adjust to his system? John Butler, to me in practice, he was a fiery, feisty guy. Like, you're around him and like, this guy's wired for ball, right? And whatever reason you could say, okay, it didn't work out here, but this is a massive hire for Coach Rule. We all know that, where this program is situated right now, the schedule coming up this year. Defensively, there's a lot of adjustments that have to be made, especially at the line of scrimmage. I would look there, and my eyes from a coaching perspective are going to look at him and Corey Brown and Roy Manning. Like, what does it look like, right? And then Brett Maher, I mean, he's stepping into, I think this flies under the radar a little bit, stepping into a role that is huge. I mean, we saw what special teams and taking that jump this past year in special teams, I mean, was the difference in some of these games that they did win. Does that standard continue with him? I think so. If there's one person who knows special teams inside out, it's Brett Maher. But what is the intensity? What is that, the way that Mike Eckler led that room? What does that look like with Brett Maher? Those are just a few things I think from a coaching perspective I'm looking at and saying, like, okay, this is new. What does this look like here in spring?
Okay, so Kyle, I'm fascinated by the special teams part of this because obviously it was a huge improvement year over year from special teams for Nebraska. But I'm curious, as somebody who doesn't necessarily have the baggage of what the past handful of years looked like.
Wash your mouth out with baggage.
For Nebraska in terms of special teams. Like, how would you have graded just in a vacuum the performance of Nebraska special teams this year, because I think we maybe overstate, like they were definitely much better.
Sure.
It's not like they were, like that wouldn't have been the best special teams unit in the country. You know what I mean? Like, where do you grade it without the context?
Without the context, I mean, I could probably put it at a B. Would that be fair, Ravi? I think early too, running down the list of things, Barney's explosiveness in punt, especially first half of the year, I think was noticeable. Kenneth Williams in kick return had some big plays. Probably should have ran one back against Maryland, ran one back against Northwestern. And then I think you also, for us here at Nebraska, you have to take into the context of history, right? Like even the operation, the snap, the spot, all those things were such a chore in recent years. I think that factors into the grade of what you would give Mike Eckler. But then Coach Rule caught some flack for this when he talked to me on Sports Nightly. We wanted to be better than Iowa on special teams. We were not. There were situations where, Nebraska continues to take the ball 6 yards out of the end zone and try to return it on kickoff. I mean, I remember talking to Damon during the Las Vegas Bowl during one of the breaks and saying, DB, what are we doing? It was a pretty consistent. And I think Coach Rule was asking those same questions, right? What was the thought process behind that? But you also, Robbie, you do, I guess, have to take it in context of history that this team was so much better. It wasn't a hindrance. In fact, it was a help to at least a few games, winning some games. And I don't know what that looks like now, again, without Mike Eckler, because he was one of the top assistants in the Big Ten, for one of the top coordinators in the Big Ten, I think for a reason. His energy, his passion for special teams. How do you replicate that? I think that matters, because with the schedule coming up, I know this, you can't drop off from where you were in special teams from last year, right? Even if you're status quo, you take that, but you certainly can't drop off from where you were last year, which I would put it, with the context of the whole season, at probably a solid B.
But need to be better than the last 3 or 4, right?
Definitely.
You save my bacon as a professional sometimes. If you want to know how the sausage is made, there would be times that balls would be returned or something would happen, and I would be losing my mind in the booth. But KC would be talking, and it would just buy me some time, and I wouldn't have to say anything. So, KC, because as Vegas, I thought I was going to – if it wasn't so high at Allegiant, I may have jumped.
I would love to talk to Jacory about that, and maybe you probably can't talk to Coach Eckler now, but what the thought process was there. Clearly the head coach was not in line with that, right? With the comments that he made with me on Sports Nightly, the way that just the number of return, why put your true freshman quarterback in those situations just consistently, right? And it bleeds into the offense. You're constantly starting at the 16, the 17, the 14-yard line. It was that case in the Iowa game as well.
So let me ask you this, because you mentioned you didn't think they could afford to have any sort of step back, but let me give you this scenario and see where you think this lands. Let's say, because they are losing Mike Eckler, who we all respect at what he does, let's say they have a little step back. Let's call it a C+ this year. There's no hindrances. They get the operations right, everything like that, but maybe they're not scoring any touchdowns on special teams. Okay? To me, that's like a C+. But
they could punt it better. I don't want to I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, I mean, doesn't have to be specifics, but let's say it's not a huge help in terms of scoring touchdowns, things like that, but not a hindrance either. But they're able to improve on the defensive side of the ball in terms of stopping the run better and having more consistent pass rush and having just a more cohesive idea of where everybody's supposed to be. In your mind, can those things at least even out, or can the defense surpass the importance of the special teams, even if there is a little bit of a step back there?
Where can I sign up for that right now? I would take that right now. I think, DB, you want explosives on special teams, but I think that's that's probably, unless you're Iowa and you have Caden Weegan, it's probably a luxury more than something.
It's a bonus, right? It's a bonus.
Yes. I think stopping the run, being a team that could be at least in the middle of the pack, right? At stopping the run, you would take that, guys, and a defense that has a kind of a fight and a fire to them, and a defense that can get after the quarterback a little bit more consistently, create some turnovers. I think that's the expectation with Coach Orich, but the special teams aspect of it, for sure, it cannot be something that loses games for you.
For sure.
Right? This has been the case here in the past. But if you put it at a B-, a C+, it's serviceable. You punt the ball away. Kyle Cunanan has a good year. You're not turning the ball over on special teams. You're not having massive gaffes, and the defense takes a solid jump. I'd probably sign up for that right now.
Casey, let me ask you something, because this is interesting. And you know more about my real thoughts than probably even Ravi, because we talk about so many other things other than Nebraska football. You and I are together, like working, so you kind of know my thought process. But if you had to kind of look back at what you'd want to see different or you're curious about in the spring, what surprised you more? The run defense deteriorating down the stretch, or going back to when I said, golly, you can't let Nico throw for 2+. The passing defense becoming porous the last quarter of the season. Because I think if you're Butler, you could have at least sold, hey, they're at least not throwing the ball over our heads, right? We can't really stop the run, but we're not giving up explosives in the passing game. But then we saw it all fall apart kind of the last quarter of the season.
DB, and you probably would be better to answer this. I think one probably has a lot to do with the other, right? I think the issues up front, that's why everyone says the old cliche, the game's won in the trenches, right? And if you can't establish the line of scrimmage, if you can't get any pressure on the quarterback, if there's no winning at the line of scrimmage, I think it affects everything. I think it puts more pressure on your DBs. I think there was a level of surprise towards the end of the year, the lack of success the DBs have, but I think it could wear on you for a season, right? When they're consistently kind of running the ball down your throat and guys have a lot of time to throw, I think that correlates to some of the struggles that we saw in the secondary. In terms of, was it surprising for me to see how much Nebraska struggled on the defensive line? Sure. I think, when I came in here in the offseason, right, it was a lot of talking up the guys that were here. I think we probably expected more out of an Elijah Judy up front, right? I think we expected more from Cam Lenhart up front. I think that's one of those guys too this year that I'm expected to see. Can he take a jump, right, to what the expectation is? A guy like Cam Lenhart. Williams Winery, we saw so much of him early in the year, right, DB? We didn't say his name a whole lot in the back half of the year. I think there's guys that I'm excited about. Cade Petchock. I think that is a guy that could be a massive piece to this program moving forward.
Noah playing a true end now, whether it's to the strong side and a 4-down. Like that's intriguing because he's a really good player. I just don't know if I like him off ball in the stand-up spot,
Willis, and I would
another good one.
Yeah, and Willis McGahee too. I think that was a massive get back, right? There was a lot of retention and guys that enter the transfer portal. I think Willis McGahee is a huge get because we're not even close to seeing what he can do. I think the ceiling is massively high. We saw Dylan Rogers too, right? In that UCLA game, we said his name a lot. I think there's more there to that edge position. We'll see what Roy Manning could do this year. I think Riley Van Poppel showed me some things later in the year, right? There was so much expectation with Riley. Like, he's going to be the next Ty and Nash. He's going to be the guy. We need him to have an A++ year. It didn't work out that way for whatever reason, but I think towards the back half of the year, we saw more from a guy like that. And then you bring in the two transfers. I mean, there's going to be a lot on the shoulders of those two guys, at least in the interior defensive line, to show me what they have.
All right, if you could inject, they're much better than a year ago. You picking the secondary or the linebacking core?
Linebackers, right? I remember talking to you. I think you said that's probably the number one area that this team improved in the transfer portal.
Agreed, yeah.
I don't want to misquote you, but I think
that's right on sport. Yeah, that's right. I did.
And I trust you more than anybody. I would say probably the linebacker position. It's interesting when I'm calling these games, it's like I'm stuck in my binoculars, and there's so much that you miss, right? And you have to go back and you have to watch and really evaluate how certain things are happening and what certain position groups are having some struggles. I think in Owen Chambliss, right, that's probably one of their, outside of Calandria in terms of impact that you got out of the transfer portal, I think Owen Chambliss is massive. And, the handful of backers that you get in, Vincent Shavers too, I think I don't know how you would categorize Vincent Shavers.
He's going to be better with a 4 down than 3 down.
Okay.
Oh, he can, his gap is going to be more clearly defined, KC. And plus, I know he loves McDonald's, but I think he's going to be down a few LBs too, man. I think Shavers is hungry because he loves playing.
He was always around the ball, man. I just would say his name so much. I mean, I know he had some injury he dealt with this year, but he always seems to have a nose for the football. Guys like Dawson Merritt. I mean, there's guys that didn't play a whole lot last year. How do they factor into that linebacking group? I think the biggest jump, considering the best player, one of the best players on defense, I think down in, down out, it's probably going to be Owen Chambliss, who has also, you bring in guys that have the understanding of what Rob Orich wants to do, right? The expectation of what the scheme's supposed to be and what it's supposed to look like.
I was going to say, how important are Chambliss and McDougal to you in what you just talked about in having guys that have a better familiarity with the scheme?
I think that's massive, especially in spring ball, right? Because a lot of guys' head could be spinning. And a big thing too is Rob Orich, when you're teaching this new defense, to make it digestible to everybody on the defense. I think at times, I think you could say with John Butler's defense, there was just too much going on, right, for certain guys. And I think that's massive when you look at those two guys coming in, and they're leader types from just getting the sense. I know Jess had a chance to talk to Owen Chambliss on Sports Nightly. He seems like a guy who's just incredibly grounded, but he's an alpha, right? That's another area on this defense that these are two guys that I think are alpha types on this defense. You just needed more of those guys that have that type of mindset, right? That are leaders, that are going to get after you a little bit, have a little bit of fire. But I think that's huge. I mean, this spring that's why I put it probably at 2 in terms of storylines, is how do the guys adjust to this type of defense? And it helps that you have 2 stars of the defense that know exactly how it's supposed to look.
What's 1 again?
1, I put it at the quarterback position. A lot of people have that down the list a little bit. I would put probably defensive line up there too. I would put that more at 3 behind Orich. I think Orich is kind of the whole picture on defense, but I just want to see what it looks like with Calandria, what the dynamic is like with him and TJ. What kind of spring does it look like for TJ Lateef? Danny Kalen coming back as well. Just that whole, what does that look like? Is it a true competition? Is it Calandria 1 and then you have the 2 and the 2A? What kind of presence?
Kalen's probably sharing Virginia stories. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's true. But Coach Rule said this too. You have 3 guys that have Power 4 starts. It's an upgrade in the room. I think what you thought the ceiling was with Dylan Raiola's, I don't know if it's higher, heading into last year than coming into this year. I just think you need somebody who's a playmaker. Anthony Calandria is a playmaker, whether it's an extra guy in the red zone to take off and run and find a way to get better numbers with, touchdown conversions inside the 20 or a 3rd and 7 run for 8 yards. I'll take that. Can the turnovers cut down? Sure. That's an area you want to see him improve. And with the competition going up from the Mountain West to the Big Ten, but this guy, he's a true proven playmaker. What does that look like in this offense with Dana Holgorsen? To me, that's number 1.
All right. I'm going to change gears, and you have to let me know. So it took Ben and I a couple of years, so no pressure on you with you being in Texas this weekend. There are things that I will text and talk about pregame. I do know your regimen from football. Will you reply to any text that I ask about, like Louisville or Nebraska or K-State or Florida State? How comfortable are you about dialoguing?
For DB, I will text whatever needs to be texted. I'm good. I will
be respectful.
Yeah.
All right. How pumped are you? Like,
I'm excited, man.
I'm excited, man.
I got my
Lord.
scorebook. I got my buddy from Florida. I used to have like one of these scorebooks for Florida, and he just made me one for the Huskers. So I got my
time out. Flip
go.
that open. Casey, people don't understand you. Jessa and Ben do. Your preparation is immaculate. Your charts, it's
what I love to do. It's just the OCD part of me. I should probably be medicated for the OCD that I have.
How big is that thing? So pull that up again.
Probably legal size. I'd say it's legal size. I mean, year round, my charts are tabloid size, which are big, 7 by 17. I actually have my football charts in front of me now.
There you go.
Talking some football. I usually like to have them by me. But I'm pumped, man. And especially the first handful of games are at an MLB park, right? Globe Life, that aspect of it, newer park. It's really high up too, by the way. I'm gonna have to bring my binoculars for.
I'm glad you got to break in Allegiant because man, how far?
Yeah, I was up there. That was up there. Arrowhead was probably the highest.
I agree.
Arrowhead and then Allegiant, but this one's pretty high. I'm excited for this team. I think just watching this weekend, although some of the streams were hard to watch, right? Because it's 2 cameras. They're not swiveling the camera. But like credit to them, get it on the air. I get that whole deal. But and I understand the industry of broadcasting, so I get why you can't do full productions for all games. So I don't want to get on it. But sometimes it was just hard to watch. But from like a slug pop perspective in the lineup, you have to love what you see. The guys that are coming back and talking to Ben, who knows everything about the program, the consistency of the guys that are your core, right? The Dylan Carries, the Josh Overbeeks, the Case Sandersons, they need to have big years. I think for them to achieve the goals, and I talked to Coach Bolt before the season, he said, we want to host a regional. A lot of people outside of Nebraska would laugh at that notion of this team being able to host a regional. I think it's well within their ability to do that. I think pitching staff, we saw a lot of young arms. Loved watching Carson Yassa because sometimes the preseason talk doesn't match up to the regular season reality. And it did, man. He pitches off that slider, that cutter. He's got he could pitch it up to 99. Like the way Coach Childress was talking him up, saying like, this is a guy who went from not being able to throw strikes, who essentially probably almost had the yips. They wouldn't let their own hitters step in the box against him because he just couldn't consistently throw strikes, to becoming the Saturday starter, right? I think shows me a lot. Ty Horn was what he was. And then some of the newcomers, the Cole Kitchens, the Jet Buck, I mean, they showed me a lot. This Will Jeske too, and I don't want to mention him, back-to-back games with a home run. Just up and down the lineup, it seems like there's hard outs 1 through 9.
So, like, for baseball is one of those sports, Casey. It's my favorite sport, and I grew up listening to it on the radio. It's a sport built for radio. Like, as talented as you are, that's got to be part of the excitement, right? Because one of your real strengths is being able to paint a picture. Pretty fun to do with the sport of baseball, right?
Yeah, I like to call it rocking chair rhythm. It's a little bit different than football and basketball. I like to, when students come to me, they realize how much of a nut I am, but I equate it to like a metronome for a musician in your ear. That click that you get. Football is, basketball is, and baseball's. Mm-hmm. So it's a much different rocking chair rhythm. There's a poetry to baseball that I love. It's a storytelling medium. Where basketball, maybe you get to say some things at the free throw line. Football, maybe you get to say some things when they huddle up, but you also got to work in an analyst, right? And the way that we work it with us is you're doing play-by-play, and then you have 2 play-by-play guys in the booth, right? So you're not getting traditional analysis like you would maybe on like you would hear on the TV broadcast. So it's a little bit different. It's ability to tell stories, to paint a picture, to talk about what color the sky is, which way the wind is blowing in between pitches, describe the pitcher as they walk to the back of the mound and they blow on their hand. Like all those little things I think are just it's one of those things that I grew up listening to Yankees games in the summer. Everybody has listened to baseball on the radio, right? It's just built for that medium in the summer. And it's just the season's so long, you can't watch every game on television. So you're embracing I think most fans embrace the radio aspect that it's there every single game.
So how are you managing your emotions? You guys talked to KP on Husker Sports Nightly the other day. He's super complimentary of the football broadcast, but KC, I'm not going to act like he didn't throw in a basketball nugget in there too. Like, that was kind of cool. You got to walk me through that moment. You're not a super emotional guy, but Kent's kind of walking you through, and he said, baseball, football is this, and excited for baseball and even basketball. And I was like, oh boy, I want to know. I want to check your pulse. That's pretty cool.
That was cool. I mean, I'm happy for Kent too this year, and I think of it because I'm just showing up, right? And there's a lot of people that have been around Nebraska basketball for a long, long time, and I've seen a lot of years where it's just like, And he's been calling 50 seasons worth of Nebraska basketball, and for him to get this season, I think you could see it on social media. He's just truly embracing it because he's due, right? It's been a long, long time, and he's called a lot of games. That was awesome, right? Because he called your games in the 90s, and he is a part of Husker history. He is a Husker legend, right? And I'm stepping in this role for a Husker legend in their own right, and Greg Sharpe, and Kent is also that. And you could just see how the amount of fans that go up to him and take pictures, and just he's incredibly appreciated. And I was thankful that he said those nice things on Sports Nightly. You never know who's listening out there, right? And I've had a lot of people that say they listen. I'm like, oh, wow, this person actually listens to our radio broadcast. There's just a lot of people in this state that embrace radio. It's the reason that Kent's a rock star, right? Because radio will always matter in this state. A person like Kent will always be a rock star. And I'm happy for the season that he's having. It was cool of him to say, and I truly appreciate it. And I try not to get too emotional about things, but that one was really cool.
All right, I'm gonna get.
No, go ahead.
This was your guy. You wanted it. All right, so if I'm gonna level up on my restaurant game, how are you critiquing me?
Oh, I think you hit close to 1,000. To be honest with you, I'm thinking some of the road trips. I think don't take me to a sushi place, I think would be one.
So what are we gonna do in Eugene?
I don't know. I've never been to Eugene, so you would have to tell me. I'm sure they have
a lot of seafood. If I find you a nice chicken dish, are we good?
Chicken dish. I'll do seafood if it's raw.
Yeah, I know you're out.
I can't. Like, I ordered at UCLA, Ravi, salmon tacos. I thought they would be. I don't know why I thought they'd be cooked, right? I mean, I'm such a dunce. I don't get out. Like, they realize the more that we do things, they realize I just don't get out into civilization. So I thought that the salmon would be cooked at the sushi place. So I got the salmon tacos, and they were raw as could be. And I said, I ain't eating this.
My favorite, the line of the night, and there were several, was, yeah, that's the wrong color for me.
And Damon got his, I forget, did you get a steak, Damon, or whatever at UCLA, and you're regretting not getting something else? But he had a side of vegetables that he didn't eat. And I said, DB, you're going to eat that? And then he's just like, yeah. I'm not going to eat it. You can have it. And then like 5 minutes later, I was still looking at him, like, yeah, I wasn't kidding. Can I eat those vegetables? So I was eating vegetables off DB's plate. And
I didn't touch them, so you're good.
Yeah, just sushi, raw stuff. No, but I'm pretty good outside of that. I'll go.
Did I take one for the team and do something Italian? Like, I refrained from. We didn't do a ton of Italian. I don't know what we called what we did at Maryland, but you guys kind of made fun of me for that. But
we went to a nursing home for dinner. I swear, we went to a nursing home, and nobody got crab cakes. We were in Maryland. And we wound up getting crab cakes the next week wherever we were. I don't know where we were the following road trip.
Jess got crab pizza,
crab pizza, which was fantastic. And she had like a slice of it.
It was so rich, though.
Yeah.
And then I think that was Damon's worst experience on the road was dinner at Maryland. He swung and missed in a big way with his order. I got the salmon, and he regrets it to this day. It was cooked.
That was my Yasiel Puig moment, right? I'm used to going like 390, 395, Oppo, and swing and a miss. I got a $35 surf and turf, which I knew should have been bad.
Oh, that's a red flag.
I got the terrible scallops and a sirloin and not a fillet.
We went to Greg's favorite joint, JD Hoyt's in Minnesota. That was
amazing.
Yeah, that was. I probably wouldn't have done the pork chop though, because
a lot of food.
It was just too big, and it wasn't my thing. So I went for the experience. But if I went back there, which I think eventually we will go back there, I won't go for the pork chop. I would change that order for sure.
All right, here's to having a great opening call for baseball and a better November for us. The last 4, I'm not a schedule honk. I take them as we get them, but the last 4 in Lincoln for football are going to be interesting.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I'm just getting ready for Ohio right now. I got to do spotting charts for a game in about a month, and that spring game is going to sneak up on me pretty quick. But now that the schedule is going to be, Ohio State and Iowa in that month. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but November is going to be what it tends to be in the Big Ten. It's going to be tough, especially October this year. We know what that back-to-back stretch, Indiana, Oregon, is going to look like. I mean, that's going to be tough in itself. So the schedule is what it is, right? And you got to worry about yourself. And Coach Rule is going to say that all spring. I'm sure when he meets the media this week, is we got to control ourselves. And the fact is they have to get better in a lot of areas, and they made the necessary changes to hopefully do that.
All right, when you work with a couple of nerds like me and Jess that like spring game guys and storylines, you can do the play-by-play and we'll fluff. We'll spring game be a breeze. And I think it's going to be competitive, Casey.
Yeah, that's my hope, right? I mean, I know how much you guys loved last year and it was the games and all that stuff. And I just love the fact that one, we got rid of that second portal period so we could get the spring game back so nobody's poaching players, right? Let's have it competitive. If it gets a little wacky in the second half and we have alums throwing touchdowns and things like that and just cool little things for a nice little snapshot memory, I'm cool with that. As long as we have a first half that's competitive and looks somewhat like a game, then I'm good.
Maybe Dylan Raiola's performance in the flag football competition should have been a red flag last year. I don't know. Anyway, Kyle Crooks, we appreciate the time as always. Hey, no, seriously though, good luck on the Nebraska baseball call.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks for having me, guys. Anytime you guys.
Good wishes, buddy. I'll be bugging you on the road. When you leaving?
Leaving Thursday. My flight's at 3-something out of Omaha, so it'll be about the 4th time I've gotten to Omaha. I've been to Omaha a whole lot.
And I keep telling you I'll cook for you.
Okay. Yeah, I was in Omaha recently. I did the Outland Trophy, so that was the last time I was in Omaha. Maybe I'll get back soon.
If you ever need somebody to show you around, just let us know. We got you.
I got you. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Casey.
That is Kyle Crooks. He is the Director of Broadcasting, I believe is his official title for Husker Radio Network. He's the voice of just about everything.
I hope so eventually.
Yeah.
It was just cool. Like, I had the clip. Kent was really cool.
Yeah.
It's like a moment where one is talking to the other, and I was a little taken aback.
So I do wonder, obviously
I should get that clip for you, Shane.
Obviously Kent's been doing this a really long time. And I do just and this is probably I'm probably too fan nostalgic about these types of things.
Because you grew up with KP.
Yeah. But like, there's a part of me that thinks, like, I think about ideal endings a lot. And I just go like, man, if Nebraska has like a nice March Madness run and I was Kent, I'd have a really hard time not just riding off.
Let me tell you the good thing about you saying that. I'll tell you the good thing about you saying that.
What's that?
I have to get the clip to do it justice. It's on Husker Sports Nightly, and Jess is a lot better at editing this stuff. So I just want the small clip. And you got the full KP experience in just his acknowledgement of Kyle. Because at the very beginning, he said, And I was like, oh no, where's this going? Because he goes, he's a football broadcast. He's been fantastic. I love listening. You guys do a really good job. And he said, I thought I might get a call, with what happened with Greg. Like, I thought I might get a call because I've always wanted to come back and do that. And so I had that moment. I was like, oh.
Right, because that could get dicey.
Right.
Yeah.
Nope. Kick, save, and a beauty. He was like, man, you're doing a heck of a job.
Yeah.
It's this. You've got baseball coming up. I'm excited. And, and even basketball coming up. And I was like, oh, that's a keeper.
Yeah, and
it was the
very
full, it was the full like
self-aware but a little humble and like
but he did
but honest about.
But he didn't compromise himself either,
like,
just to say something nice.
Yeah,
like
he was honest.
He kept it a buck.
Yeah, and I'll be you mentioned like growing up with Kent, like that's my football 90s voice, right? Like I hear, touchdown, Tommy Frazier. Like
it was just like a real dude moment.
Yeah, and so like I appreciate Kent a lot, and I am happy for him. I'm happy that he's getting to experience this with the basketball team this year, and I do just wonder, like if I'm, I think there's a lot of like romanticism about like John Elway walking off with the 2 Super Bowls and like those types of things in sports that just end well.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole group of people that just forget the Michael Jordan Wizards experience happened because they just want the last shot over.
He did go for 50 in the Cap City. Like, can you knock it off?
No, is that the same ending as walking off the NBA Finals?
No, but you act like he was a turd.
I'm not acting like he was anything. It's not the same ending. That's my point.
Don't you take the opportunity to PP on Jordan.
Nobody is doing that. You're doing a whole thing over here.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Listen, I know that
Shane.
He walked that season off.
I know the
tell him.
I know the first hour didn't go the way you wanted it to. You ain't got you ain't got to clap back now. Here we go. It's all right. I think there's this. I mean, I'm going through the same thing with Greg McDermott right now. Like, I want him to come back for another year so he has a better go at it. I don't want him to go out like this.
No, I hear you.
I like people to go out on, if not national championships necessarily, whether it's Greg or Ken or whoever, but like just go out in a way that is.
Can you fix me?
Befitting of the time you spent there.
Befitting?
Yeah.
That's a nice word.
Well, I got 2 of them today, Mercurial and befitting.
Well, Mercurial isn't like.
Oh, it's a good word. It's not super commonly used.
I like it.
It's at least
but
nice.
I described a player that I played with as very mercurial.
Oh, I'm trying to remember who that was.
This will be good.
Terrell Farley.
Correct.
I'm going to take a break. I'm happy with that.
It's at least nice to go out on your own terms.
Yeah, yes. And it's nice when those terms are
better.
Like a good ending.
Yeah.
Right? I appreciate a quality ending.
Hey, Shane, do you remember when I had to take that driving class?
Oh, no.
A couple months ago? It was the 8-hour class. And I was talking about I liked my instructor and he was super efficient.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a dude that stole like the first hour of the class.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just doing way too much. He was like, oh, and my radar detector does this and aerodynamically that, and I drive fast this. And, he was a young guy that just he talked the whole time the first hour.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always about his stories.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the instructor just said, hey, you were here last. I'm like, how do you get here twice? And he's like, oh, I got this talked down, and then I get the points here, and I can do a 4-hour here. And what I say on the show, I go, man, I said, he was just doing too much. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
This dude is telling the truth.
Yeah. Seems like he might have been.
Do you know what he just did?
Only because you told me.
This dude, he just got arrested, Shane, at the sideshow deal on 134th and F.
Oh, that thing down there?
Because they're looking for somebody else, but they hit a spectator.
Yeah. Yeah, they were doing some.
The girl, or was it the girl?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so this dude truly is nuts.
Yeah, so he was probably telling the truth.
Ravi, he can't be. I told you at the time, I said he couldn't be but like 22, 23.
Yeah.
What is saying did you read the article?
Not the whole thing.
He's a pup.
Yeah, he's young.
And he's a little guy. He's like Shane. You guys are about the same size.
Those. I mean,
this little dude is like 5'5".
Really?
He talked the whole. It was just him and the instructor because they had run-ins.
When you see
They were
those,
familiar.
You should have seen his car in the parking lot.
when you
I was
see
like,
those,
did he drive that here? That's not even street legal.
when you see those stories like on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, read the comments because they go back and forth. I mean, if you think our chat goes back and forth, these comments, when it comes to that kind of stuff, they go back and forth on whatever happened with the street racing and everything. I mean, it's
I thought he was
it's
doing
very
way too much, and I just saw it. I'm sitting on the deck last night, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's the little dude in my class that ate up the whole first hour. Bless his heart."
Oh man!
Because you had to remember I told you had to introduce yourself and say what you did.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this dude, we just we were captivated.
He's like, "What do you mean? What I did this time?" Or
hey, there was this one girl in the class. She's to my left. She's like 17. She was terrified, and she didn't want anything on her record. And she had her face in her hands the whole time. And he's just talking, and she like put her head down on the desk and was just like listening to him. Dude had like 54 infractions. I'm like, how are you in here?
Yeah, how are they still letting you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the stop class is going to get him out of the next one. Yeah. Or the last one, I guess. Maybe that's the proper term for it.
What did my man JK say? Bold that so I can read it.
JK Simmons?
No, the Josh that I like that you give me a hard time for.
Well, I give you a hard time.
I've said this before, but I'd like to articulate it again. Kyle stepped into a difficult position. Sharpie was a legend here, and replacing him was impossible. But I think Kyle seemed to handle it amazingly well. Really like him. Thanks for having him on. Yeah, Casey's he's a great dude.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of ways for that to not be ideal for him.
Yeah, and I just remember I told you the interviewing process was kind of difficult because I had said, you know what, guys, like we got to stop trying to find the next Greg Sharpe and find the next voice of the Huskers. And it kind of changed. I felt like the direction of just looking for like something.
You have to change the filter a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not going to find a one-to-one replacement, right?
Yeah.
So you just got to find the thing that's going to work now.
Yeah, and the first 3 or 4 years for Greg were really tough too.
Yeah.
So it was like whatever we did was going to be tough.
I mean, you had a really hard time, not you personally. They had a really hard time after Kent with old boy from West Virginia.
Turned and burned. Swain?
Lauren Swain. Is that his name? Warren. Why did I say? Oh, Lauren. I was thinking Vogler. Yeah. Warren Swain. Like he had a real hard time.
They went through him.
Yeah, like they went through kind of this stretch of.
So after Bremser and Pavelka for play-by-play.
Yeah.
I think they had, was it 4 in the next 24? 25?
Oh, less time than that.
So you had Jim Rose.
Yeah.
You had Swain.
Because what was.
You had Sharpe.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking Rose and Swain back-to-back was relatively abbreviated compared to Lyle and Kent.
Yeah.
Like those were pretty quick because Sharpe came in like 07, right?
Mid-season.
So we're only talking like 10 years between Kent and Greg. Yeah. Like, so that's for this job, like that's pretty good
tough.
turn.
It's tough.
Because I mean, typically people don't, especially at a place like Nebraska, especially at that time, people don't leave these jobs happily or willingly, you know, like this is a job you stick at
and
for that type of thing.
I'm glad that Casey said Benny was the nicest because in the interviewing process, that was not the case. Remember, my Benny Mac, and I'm claiming him.
Yeah.
Said, all right, enough of the pleasantries. How do you handle criticism? What happens if it doesn't start the way you want? Can you take being talked about? Can you take being read about yourself? Because I remember being around Sharpie the first 2 years, and it wasn't always rainbows and butterflies. What are you going to do then? I was like, oh, God, he's out. I was like, fudge, guess lunch is over. And my man prefaced it with saying enough of the small talk. Is that not the most Benny Mac thing ever?
Well, like I said, he goes, so he can come off as gruff because he goes into dad mode.
Enough of the small
talk. Like, hey, enough of this. Like, let's get to it.
I was like, oh, God. Are we going to get it back?
I just thought it was funny when Kyle described him, like his personality almost exactly like mine.
Yeah, they're
like
similar.
I'm a really, really nice guy. Just don't listen to a word I say. That's it. It's really easy. I don't know why you have such a hard time with it.
Because you're stupid.
No judgment though, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Doesn't bother me. I'm not.
I think you're super dumb. No judgment.
Well, I think that's ridiculous, but I don't have an opinion. Well, that's awful, but no big deal.
It's like, Ravi, you did this, and this, but I'm not blaming, deflecting, or complaining.
Well, how do you not know how chicken tastes? I mean, can we get back to that?
Chicken sandwich.
Listen, there was not a clear country of origin. That's all I was saying. I knew what it tasted like. I just didn't know, like.
Well, use your words.
Sometimes words are hard, man. Sometimes words are hard.
What was my guy's name? Liam?
Ephraim.
No, my driver.
Neeson?
And my driver's ed class.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, it's still here on my Google search.
I'll say you sent it to me. You could probably pull it up on there.
I'm sending it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like that. He was right next to me in my seat. And the way so somebody would say something about, hey, I was driving and my radar detector didn't do such and such.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd say, no, you need a such and such and such and such. It's good for like 2.1. This is what I have. It works every. So now I was like, okay, that's weird. That's like $800.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else would say something about, like what the citation was when they got pulled over. He's like, no, this is what you have to do. You have to do this, 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 and that. And so the instructor completely just shut it down and let him talk. And this dude held court. And I'm like, he's full of malarkey.
Come on, man.
So he let us take a break.
Yeah.
At like 11 or whatever it was. And I wanted to run home because it's not that far from my house.
Yeah.
And he sat in the parking lot and he just revved his engine. I'm said, this dude is a menace. An absolute menace.
Listen,
And then he got popped yesterday. And it's kind of by me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not too far.
135th and F is not
Not
very
too
far.
And listen, no judgment here in the DB sense of that.
Whatever.
No judgment here. But
I don't need to hear from you.
I don't really understand. What do you get out of that?
What?
Like, if you're that guy,
Him?
obviously you didn't mean to hit somebody. I imagine it looked like it was.
But he does love speed.
So
So remember my first thing?
Yeah.
The first thing that I talked about was he said that he's not. He said, I've been clean and sober for 6 months. And I go, in my head, I'm like, you're not that old.
So it's the adrenaline. He wants the adrenaline.
Like, how have you been through all this?
Yeah. Here's my question, though. Like, I can understand to a certain extent. It's not for me. Like, I can understand to a certain extent, like, the adrenaline of the racing and the whatever, right? What does he get out of revving his engine in the parking lot during a break? Like, that's the part that I don't
know. He's playing music, buying time.
The disconnect from, yeah, I play music in my car all the time. I'm not revving my engine while I'm doing it. You sit out there and listen to I'm Over It every morning for 10 minutes. You're not sitting there and being like, rrr, rrr. Like, what are we doing? No. Like, what is the end game there?
Hey, does that use gas?
Mine?
No, when you rev the Shane, does it use gas when you rev the
I'm
engine?
pretty sure it does. But I mean, some of those cars are cool. I mean, they can look
He
good.
had some, and I didn't see the one that he had, so he must have got it. And I just remember thinking the whole time, like, where do you get all your money?
But I was just
because he was
that's stuff expensive.
Yeah.
And
he had his license reinstated.
Yeah, so both the legal process that he would have gone through would have been expensive, and the vehicles and toys he's talking about in the cars,
number of times,
very expensive.
Just remember though, if you are out there doing that and you're revving your engine, you're doing
this is my message from Shane.
You're doing the Bernies and all that kind of stuff. Every time you're just burning money. That's all you're doing.
What's
what's
a Bernie?
I don't think he was. When you're like burning out, when you're like.
The news
burning
the
money, that's
anchor
what
had
you're
to
doing.
explain what a sideshow was.
I still don't know.
So it's like when you do illegal tricks and stunts for show.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like a specific
The
trick.
drift zone.
It did look like he was trying to Tokyo drift that thing.
That was part of it.
It's like when you hit the e-brake and then you drift into a spot.
And because the question was, why was the girl in the drift zone?
Yeah, let's blame it on the girl in this situation. Like, what are we doing?
That's
Come on. What are we doing? Oh, she was in my drift zone. What are we doing?
Huh. So when those guys whip their car around and they park, that's the e-brake.
Yeah,
thing?
that's I think that's how they do, but that's called drifting. Like when you when you glide into the spot like that.
Yeah, that's not.
I don't know on modern cars. I know you used to hit the e-brake to do that.
Yeah, I'm very particular about parking. So guess what? I would never do.
You wouldn't e-brake into the parking?
No, I
stall?
critique your guys' parking every day.
Mine's good today.
Mine would probably be pretty good if I didn't e-brake
It's
into
not
it.
as good as it's been. You were on like a 2-day stretch. It's okay today.
It's straight.
You're
It's
back-
a little close to one side, but it's pretty lined up. It's not bad.
Shane's the one that's on his A game.
Oh, he's got a little car. You know how easy it is to fit in those spots?
All right, my man Dominic, Ghost Ride the Whip, donuts. I know it. I do know it. Donuts.
Yeah, those are pretty self-explanatory. We know donuts.
So the old heads call them cookies.
Oh yeah, they used
The
to call them
pups
cookies.
call them donuts.
I guess I don't know. Either one. Don't bring it to DB's party. We know that.
No, but if there's a preference, Team Donuts. I'm going with Dom again. Donuts.
What? So we had this in the office yesterday. Somebody's at the favorite donuts. What is your go-to like flavor
Are
style?
you gonna hammer me over particulars?
Nope.
So my favorite, if I'm going with something from a bakery, is an apple fritter. Yes, I know that's not a donut.
Okay. After apple fritter, what's like a donut go-to?
The blueberry thing that's glazed with specks.
Oh, the blueberry cake donuts?
Yes.
Oh, those are phenomenal. That's a good call.
Yep.
Blueberry cake donuts are very good.
1,000%.
Very good.
So, and then after that, I'm going with the strawberry iced.
Oh, okay. The like with the sprinkles or no? You don't need
sprinkles are
them.
fine.
They usually come with sprinkles though.
Yeah, but there's so many donuts I don't eat.
Yeah.
Because I don't like chocolate. I don't like Bavarian. I don't like whipped. I don't like
the cream filled ones. Like that's not a good donut for me. I agree with you. I'm
not a big raised guy.
Raised
versus cake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
When I was little,
Mm-hmm.
this is much like. Do you want to know this?
Yeah.
So my favorite cut of meat used to be the T-bone because
Okay.
I didn't know anything about porterhouses.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Ooh, Dad, for my birthday, it was on a rotating thing. It was either Cornish hens or T-bones.
Mm-hmm.
T-bones had the most meat. Seldom cooked correctly, but they had the most meat, so I rock with T-bones.
Mm-hmm.
In the same vein, I would get Long Johns. It was the
biggest
biggest donut.
Yeah.
But I would skim the chocolate off the top because I knew I liked zingers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's basically a zinger after you just get the chocolate off top.
Correct.
Yeah.
And my kitten, she's a terror. Would be like, you might be the dumbest person I've ever seen. You're defeating the whole purpose of getting a Long John.
You're like, no, because your purpose of getting Long John was get the biggest donut you had.
Yeah.
Is that why you like apple fritters? Because they're huge?
I like apple fritters because they're delicious.
Okay.
They are
typically like a lot of them are really big though.
It's a vice.
Apple fritters are good.
So I don't go over there anymore, like that section.
Because that was like, were you apple fruit pies too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
But
that.
my favorite was blueberry. So
Okay.
there is a place in town that does blueberry fritters.
Okay.
I don't even step foot
Yeah.
in there.
Like that's a no-go zone for me.
I ate the whole thing and said it'd be good. So BG, I don't like cherry. I don't like cherry as a. I like the fruit, like Bings, like out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like cherry flavored anything.
So it depends on what the cherry is. So I don't like cherry filling.
I'm not on filling in general.
But if there's a like cherry flavor to it, I'm okay. I just don't like the filling. I don't like cherry filling with like the goop. I'm not a big cherry.
Goop. That's a good word. The stuff you put in your hair, Shane.
I like the cherry.
Not a big cherry filling guy.
I'm not a anything filling guy.
Yeah, I can do. I mean, if you like apple fruit pies, then you're an apple filling.
Yeah,
guy.
but I don't like it goopy. That was the whole downside of getting those two pies at said store that I
Oh.
didn't throw under the bus. That when I pulled it apart, there was no pull.
too goopy.
It was trash. No sour. Oh man,
Sour cream
big,
donuts are good, man.
Big Shot Golf. That's the first bad take you've had. in a
Sour cream
while.
donuts are real good.
Sour cream donuts blow.
They're phenomenal. What are you talking about?
Sour cream chips, sensational. Sour cream in general, way good. Sour cream donuts, no.
You know that it doesn't taste like sour cream, right?
Oh Lord. No, Ravi, that's news to me.
Well, I was just saying you're talking about other things that taste like sour cream, so like I'll make sure we knew what we were doing here.
God, I think you're an idiot.
A lot of people use buttermilk in sour cream donuts now instead of sour cream, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I can't do. Oh man, now you're talking, BG. I will knock off. I'll eat either. I prefer Ruffles over Lay's unless they're kettle cooked. But sour cream is slept on. And right now on TikTok, they're doing the mismatch of flavors.
Oh yeah, I saw that with like the Doritos on the Ruffles
Cool Ranch
flavors.
Ruffles
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
barbecue
The sour cream
Cheetos.
and the sour cream and cheddar
Doritos.
Doritos, which I kind of want to mess with those. I like sour cream and cheddar, and I love Doritos.
Yeah.
So I might try those.
So you know what?
What's that?
So there's only $16.95 for the 3-bag. I'm still $35.
Where do you get them
to
at?
the good TikTok shop. Believe me, I've
Oh, you can only get them on TikTok?
I have 17 things in my cart and haven't ordered not a thing.
I actually do that on TikTok
because I want to know if it's worth it or not.
I just don't want to forget about it, so I'll like put it in my cart and I'll decide later if I want it.
They had caramel apple chews.
See, I don't know if I want to order food off of TikTok.
Oh fudge, I would.
Well, I don't know where it's coming from.
Well, they have vendors. They do. Have you not seen the Hostess or Little Debbie surprise packs? Where it's like you don't know what you're getting, but it's
not
not
from TikTok. I haven't seen that at all.
Oh yeah.
The only thing is I've ordered like clothes from TikTok. I haven't ordered,
which is funny.
Dude, that
BG,
jersey's
my
fire.
I like sturdy chips. I don't like the real breakable things.
Oh, I get that.
I'm like that with dip chips. I'm like Ruffles over Lay's.
Yeah, because Ruffles are.
But Kettle Cook has some.
Yeah, Ruffles are a sturdy chip. Ruffles a good dip chip.
Pocket tamales?
I don't know what that is.
Do Weavers?
I don't know what pocket tamales is.
Weavers and Kitty Clover. Those are old school, but I think Haas and I are roughly the same age.
I'm just saying, those jerseys that I got are fire. Those are nice jerseys.
The USA basketball one was nice.
Yeah.
That was TikTok?
Yeah.
Well, that was all right.
I got the Boston Ted Williams one too. I like that one.
I got a bunch of Minute Maids, different flavored Minute Maid. Not Minute Maids. They make ginger ale.
Seagram's?
Nope. Give me another one.
That's all I got.
Schweppes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they did
the different flavors of Schweppes.
They did above, and those were some ones that didn't make it out of the cooler.
R.I.P.
Dude, that stuff was in there for 3 months. But I drank the Izzy.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't believe how busted up that can was and still not leaking.
Yep.
Like that thing's in rough shape. And you didn't squeeze that. This is what it came like.
They can't see it. But
look, you can kind of see how busted up that can
fresh
is.
out
Look at
of
that.
a frozen iced.
I don't know how that can made it.
Everything exploded in there.
That's tough.
I lost like 6 bubblers. Peach nectarine.
Is that your
That's why the water was pink.
The peach nectarine?
It's not my go-to.
Stuff out here. Well, I would imagine if it's been in there for 3 months that it wasn't your go-to, they'd be gone, right?
It just got away from me.
No, I mean
the
like
cooler stays full, and then it got cold.
No, I know. But I'm saying if those were your go-to ones, those wouldn't have been the ones.
But I don't drink a bubbler every day. It would be my go-to flavor.
Gotcha. Okay. I got you.
Don't be such a
I'm just asking.
bag.
Get that bag?
Dirt bag.
Oh. Just a teenage dirt bag?
Ooh, salt and vinegar, the worst.
Oh, get out of here. I'm not doing the
I hate vinegar.
No, I do too. I can't even stand the smell of it. It makes me angry.
In every recipe that calls for it to like break down the meat and stuff, I'm like, ooh, just a splash.
Absolutely not. Not doing it.
Dude, Haas is my age. He knows about Fuhrer's cheese spread too. We're the same age. Gotta be.
I'm unfamiliar with those.
Because you're a child.
Well, not anymore.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Well, I guess Shane's done working today.
You out, Shane?
Yep, I'm out. I'll see you guys later.
I feel like we owe the people after having a short show one day.
Yeah, what happened there?
I'm always short, so
that checks out.
I mean, what am I gonna do?
That's one of the only things they can't help you with at Next Gen Male Medical. They can't help Shane grow, but they can help you with just about every other thing that you're trying to fix, whether it's testosterone, weight loss, maybe it's some peptides, get a little peptide in your step. Make sure you go check out Next Gen Male Medical. It is nextgenmmc.com. You can schedule an appointment. You can see what services they have. Of course, tell them we sent you. Say hi to Nick, Laura, all our friends over there. We love them. Go check out Next Gen Male Medical. That's the show for today. We'll be back tomorrow on Hurrdat Sports Live.
See you. Have a good day. Love you.